link at the bottom because we want you all to also join us on YouTube and or either Facebook. That way you guys don't miss any information and you're able to hear everybody. Okay.
And see, yeah. So the biggest issue is kind of getting everybody over to the newest platform that we'll be utilizing, because you'll be able to see graphics and different things like that we're going to be utilizing as we continue to go live on all streaming sources. So that's Facebook, Forcing Consultants, and YouTube, Forcing Consultants. Hop on over if you want to be in the place and hear the full discussion. Our moderators will be joining us on YouTube as well. So they'll be there. And we just want to make sure that everybody can hear our moderators. So if Tiffany wants to just introduce herself really quickly, Derek, so we can just do a brief test to see if all is well.
Okay, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we are cooking, rocking, and rolling. I just want to know who's cooking the bird for this weekend.
Mom Forston, we leave her on to all of that.
Okay, all right. Well, happy early Thanksgiving to everybody. So glad to be here tonight. My name is Tiffany Walker, and me and my family own and operate Good Samaritan Solutions here in Oklahoma City, where we currently are operating out of 2 ILS. We're also real estate investors providing affordable housing to families. And then I'm a realtor in the area specializing in working with investors and connecting them to distressed properties in some form or fashion. So super excited about being here today. You guys, I'm in the grocery store because, yes, your girl procrastinated and didn't come over the weekend. And so I was like, let me get it in right now before everybody gets here. So anyway, but I'm healthy and I'm good. So I have no complaints. So just happy to be here with you guys tonight.
All right, good stuff. Shake.
So I am actually streaming. I'm cross streaming into the Clubhouse room. They cannot hear Tiffany, so I'm just going to.
Well, we knew that. That's not new.
You knew that.
Yeah.
So Alex is coming to the stage. Alex is going to be posting the link for our social media so that you all can join us live on either our YouTube channel or Facebook. So you could join in the conversation and see what we're talking about tonight. Yep. I'm excited. The transition is going to be amazing. I'm excited for this transition because we get to really teach. That is our biggest thing. And we want to go to a more teaching platform.
Yep.
And being able to educate you all on the ILF, HRA, everything Forcing Consultants, VA 101, Digital Flow Solutions, everything that we have. So Derek, I'm going to let you do your formal introduction.
Absolutely. And once again, guys, the only disadvantage to you guys that are on Clubhouse right now, you won't be able to hear our moderators unless you come to YouTube. So again, I'm excited, just like Shay said, because one thing that's different about YouTube and Facebook, I can actually do PowerPoint presentations on this. Yep. So this is what I'm super excited about. On Clubhouse, you guys only get to hear it. So like even tonight, I'll be honest, I didn't prepare a PowerPoint per se, but I do have one. So as you guys know that we always talk about the ILF model in terms of housing the homeless or the displaced or the military veteran or the lady that's escaping domestic violence or the teenager aging from the foster care system, right? We're always talking about that stuff. But on here, you guys are going to be able to actually see PowerPoint presentations. Some people are visual learners, right? So that's actually what I'm really excited about. And again, we show people how to do this really in two ways, right? You're either going to be the operator, where you're going to get the house, either you buy it, you lease it, or you rent it, or you're going to be the HRA. And the HRA stands for Housing Referral Agency. So if you guys stick around long enough tonight, I'm actually going to talk about both of those. And I have a PowerPoint for the HRA. So I'm actually going to bring the PowerPoint up for the HRA. But tonight's topic, guys, as I can see YouTube growing right now, tonight's topic is shared housing is the best real estate strategy. And I dare anybody to argue with me, right? Because the shared housing model, guys, allows you all to go out and rent or lease a place. And then we build relationships with social workers, case managers, and social service providers. That's our funnel system. And that's where we get our people from, or our residents. So we show you guys how to do that. And it doesn't require a license. You don't have to own the property, and you don't have to be a nurse or a CNA. And I think that's pretty cool.
So excited.
So we're excited about that. And again, this is our job every Monday, every Tuesday, and every Saturday. This is what we've been doing, guys, for the last 3 years. It's just that we started it on Clubhouse 3 years ago. So again, big shout out to all of my Clubhouse people. I implore you all to make sure you jump on YouTube and Facebook And Shay, has Alex put that in the chat yet?
I am checking briefly.
Because if not, you guys just go to Forston Consultants and subscribe. That way you always get the notifications. But as I see in the chat, looks like Alex has done that. So
Awesome.
there's the
Thank you,
YouTube
Alex.
chat. And he also put the Facebook live there as well. So really, there should be nobody on Clubhouse that's only listening. You guys should also be on YouTube where you get a chance to see my big bald head, right? And get a chance to see us talk about it. So once again, guys, my name is Derek Forston. I'm the owner and thought leader of Second Chance House. That's my personal independent living facility. Many years ago, man, God turned me into a social worker. And while being a social worker, I wanted to get into the housing side of it. But I thought you needed a license. I thought I had to own the property. And I thought I needed all of the things that it takes to run a group home or an ALF, which is absolutely not true. So every Monday night, guys, we're going to come here on YouTube and Facebook Live, and we're going to show you guys how we take a piece of real estate and we go and rent it. Because if you can't buy it, no problem. We're going to go and rent it. And again, we're going to build relationships with social service agencies. And if you guys are lucky tonight, I may even play a few voicemails of some of the calls that we get from case managers and social workers every day, all day. And what's pretty cool about the housing model in which we specialize in, the people we're housing, ladies and gentlemen, they receive a guaranteed income.
Guaranteed.
Okay. So I also own real estate where I rent to a mom, dad, and 3 kids and all of that stuff. That's not guaranteed income, right? But this population that we serve that receives the SSI, the SSDI, and the guys that have the jobs, this is guaranteed income from us. So again, we take people from homeless to hopeful. And again, we do that in a shared living environment, which means I'm going to take a 4-bed, 2-bath home, Shay, and I'm going to put 2 people in each room. That gives me the opportunity, YouTube family, to now take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. So guys, when I prayed many years ago that I wanted to get into this, most of you guys would just think, wow, Derek, how you going to house 8 people? Because guys, the model in which we serve is usually 2 people per room. And if you guys been following us on our YouTube and our Facebook pages and Instagram, you'll see that I have some of our master bedrooms with 3 beds in them. Guys, and everybody pays rent. Because remember, we charge by the bed. So just for even numbers, if you can imagine $600 per bed, guys, my master bedroom is bringing back $1,800. And for us, that's a no-brainer because we're housing and we're caring for a population that otherwise wouldn't be able to afford their own house, their own apartment, right? So we provided something that's called this shared housing, and we've coined the phrase independent living facilities. And again, that's where we take people from homeless to hopeful. So again, guys, I hope you guys have a lot of questions tonight. We're going to be breaking down a lot of information of how it works. Where do you start it? What does it take? And again, before we end it, I'm also going to show you guys how to house the homeless or the displaced, but it doesn't require real estate, right? So put a number 7 in the chat if you think that's pretty cool, because most of you guys think that to do what we do, you actually have to have the real estate. And you don't. But the HRA model is going to show each and every one of you how you do what we do, but it doesn't require the real estate. It requires the relationship. So, guys, I'm going to land my plane there. My name is Derek Forston. I approve this message. Come on, and I'm going to let Miss Shay introduce herself, and then we'll jump right into it.
Absolutely. So, hello, everybody. I am Shanye Shay Forston, better known as Shay, on the app and actually now on Facebook and YouTube. And I am the president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, which is a local nonprofit organization here in the Orlando area, 501c3. And we take women that have once been homeless through domestic violence situations, human and sex trafficking, and we take them from homeless to hopeful through the ILF model that is coined here at Forston Consultants. So again, and I'm one of the expert consultants, a part of the team that teaches you how to take your asset, whether you're an investor or someone that's looking to get into the investment or real estate space, and house individuals that need your help to get off the streets or get out of that unstable living condition. So that's a little bit about me, a little bit about what I do, who I am, and how I am a part of this amazing team. Derek, I do have a message for our sister Nianta. I am about to send you the link so that you can jump in here with us, so you can be heard all over these waves, sis.
Absolutely. Nianta's family, she's an ILF Mastery Blueprint member, so absolutely bring her right up. And again tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about all kinds of things, right? Now, this is usually a 90-minute room, right? Yeah. So we want you guys to bring all of your questions, all of your concerns. And again, we may go a little bit over, right? Because this is kind of new to us in terms of only going to YouTube and Facebook. But in terms of, again, excuse me, I'm sorry, we used to only be on Clubhouse, but now each and every week now we're going to be on 3 different forums. So let's bring Neonta up if she's able to come up.
So I already Neonta, check your text messages. I just sent you a text for the room so that you can get in. Miss Joanne, welcome. Look in the chat, Miss Joanne. We are streaming and we're cross streaming today, and we're going to have a lot of live conversation, as well as Derek is going to do some presenting today. So we're trying to kind of get everybody over there to see the visuals on YouTube and Facebook at Forston Consultants. So jump on over, come in, check it out. Let's see what we got going, as Neonta wants to discuss something that she ran into.
Absolutely.
Today, I think she said.
Yep.
So once she jumps in, you all should be able, hey, there's my sis.
Real world information, guys. So
Absolutely.
what you're getting ready to get, and this is the reason why we really like these rooms, because what you all are getting ready to get is pretty much a masterclass where we're going to allow Neonta to kind of just talk about what happened today and watch us brainstorm this together, right? And again, this is what this room is about. So if you haven't followed us on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, that's at Forston Consultants. Also follow us at Derek Forston on TikTok. And again, if you haven't watched the webinar, because a lot of what we'll talk about tonight, there's a free webinar that'll break a lot of this down, and that's at forstonconsultants.com. And my assistant Alex will absolutely put that into the chat for us. Neonta, welcome to the stage. How you doing, sis? And
hey, sis.
Talk to us. What's going on?
Hey, family, this is different.
I know, right?
This is weird. I was like, wait, what? Because both were gone, and I was like, oh my goodness. I was so confused for a second. I don't know if y'all saw my face, but yeah. So I actually went today to meet with one of the well, she's not a program manager technically. She's the case manager. I think I told you guys about the program that I was using, closing down, and all the guys got shifted over to different programs. So one of my guys went to a program, actually one that you guys talk about, the Advocate program. And I think you guys spoke about that one, but it's here in Miami, and this particular one down here, they only do veterans. And we were having issues with getting all the paperwork for this particular veteran. So I was like, look, I'll just come down there. I'll just walk it down there to you, because it's just too much. It's 8 o'clock this morning. I'm trying to, so I just took it down there. And she and I had a long conversation, and the issue came up about me not owning the property. And so I told her, listen, my landlord is aware. If you look at page 3, line 11 on my lease, you'll see where I have permission to sublet to veterans. So that's not going to be an issue. And she was like, well, I'm going to have to talk to my director about it. And I got real bold. I felt Derek in me real quick. I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, if something goes awry, it's not a problem. We can just transfer him over to Mission United with the rest of my guys. She was like, oh no, that's. And I was like, well, it shouldn't be a problem, but just in case it is, I do have other options that we can move him over to. I just wanted to, put that out there just to make sure, just put it out there to make sure that people know you need to have everything in order. Sometimes we try to do things underhandedly. I don't want to say necessarily underhanded, because maybe you're not necessarily trying to be underhanded, but do things on the slide without telling the people that you're renting from, exactly what it is that you're doing. And then when those situations come up and they go to look for that property and they pull it up and it's not in your name, and then they're asking you questions, now you looking crazy trying to figure out what you're going to say, what you're going to do. So I just wanted to, share that. It's very, very important. Derek and Shay and Otis and Forston Consultant teaches us that we ought to have our things in order, line upon line, like the Bible said, line upon line, precept upon precept. We want to make sure that we do that, so that when those things come up, she wanted that W-9, she wanted a copy of my lease, she wanted a copy of everything that she needed, and I had it ready for her. I actually emailed it to her, but for whatever reason she couldn't see it or whatever, so I had it to hand walk down there to her as well. So we had a very good conversation. I'm looking forward to hearing from her tomorrow after she talks with her director. And let me testify real quick. The good part about it, the other good part about it is one of the guys that actually worked at the old agency, Operation Sacred Trust, is now working with them. So I actually called him when I left. He was like, oh, don't worry about it, sis. I got you. I'm going to put in a good word. I'm finna tell them, who you are, how reputable you are, how many veterans, we've housed with you. And I was like, I appreciate it, bro. Good looking out. So I'm super excited.
I love it. I love that. Hopefully
Yeah.
y'all can hear my horns because I'm hitting them.
Yeah. So I'm
Let's
excited.
see if
I love it, Shay.
Let's see if the YouTube family can hear the horns.
I love it.
Y'all
And
can
I'm
hear
gonna
the
jump
horns.
in, right? Because like she spoke something that was really powerful, right? You got to be set up the right way. So we tell people all the time, sometimes when we teach you how to run this shared living environment, this ILF, some of the people that you're going to get that's going to give you residence, we call that mailbox money, meaning the client may not per se have the money to pay you, but the organization is going to write you a check. And guess what? That check is not going to say Neon to St. Fort. Neonta, can you tell everybody what's going to be on that check?
On that check, it's gonna say Saints Care LLC.
Exactly. So, guys, I'll admit.
100%.
Now, watch this. How honest I am. Neonta said that they asked her for a W-9. I'll be honest, guys. I didn't have a clue what a W-9 was the first time they asked me for it. And I ain't gonna ask y'all to put a number in or none of that. I ain't gonna say put a 5 in the chat or none of that. Guys, I didn't know what a W-9 was. To make a long story short, a W-9 just says that, yes, we received the money because this hospital paid me for John Smith. They need to also be able to prove where their money went. That W-9 and Neonta filling it out just shows the IRS, right? In terms of, yes, that hospital paid Neonta for this guy. It's just paperwork, y'all. And again, if you're not set up the right way, and if you don't know that stuff, you could lose out. Prime example, again, if you try to start a program like this and you're not structured the right way, what happens when you get the call from Operation New Hope, who works with individuals that come from the jail system, and they want to write you a check to house Jose, Mark, Ryan, and Brian, and Brad. But you're not set up the correct way. You don't have an LLC, no EIN. You got in your regular name. Exactly. Nobody's ever going to write a check to Neonta in her name, ladies and gentlemen. It's always going to say Saints Care. I tell you guys all the time, man, I got tablets and folders full of checks that I've gotten over the past years. None of them say Derek Forston. They all say Second Chance Housing. So that's why the first rule to what we do says turn yourself into a business. That means I removed Derek Forston and I became Second Chance Housing. So when people say, Derek, how do you get started doing this? What's the first step? Turn yourself into a business, remove you from the scenario. Yeah. Right?
You have to.
Shay?
Yeah, you have to. If you want to be known as a viable or a true entrepreneur, you've got to remove yourself. Nobody's looking for Neonta or Shay. They're looking for Saints Care or the Angela Denise Foundation. If they're doing business with me as a person, if I'm the face of the business, absolutely good. But if I'm going to be the end all be all, and I'm that individual that's doing the day-to-day, receiving the checks, I'm not covered. Hello, somebody. I am not covered. My entity is, though. So it's all about setting yourself up the correct way so that you can be respected in the eyes of the people that you're doing business with. So you definitely 100% want to make sure that you are set up correctly when you venture into the realm of the independent living or shared living space. You will be much more respected amongst those that you do business with when they see that you're not just running a home with a whole bunch of people and calling it a housing program or something crazy. They see you as a respected individual that has this as a passion for this population that you both will serve together. Everybody is playing a major role in the lives of these individuals that we serve, whether you're the housing provider or the case manager or social worker. So they want to see that you're just as serious about their clients as we are about our clients as well. So they want to see that there's that cohesive care for the client or the resident.
Good stuff. I love it. And Neonta, you jump in anytime you feel free, right? Tiffany, same with you. And any of the moderators that we've sent these links to, if you don't want to be on camera, no problem. But if you want to be like me, Shay, and Neonta, be on camera. Doesn't matter to us, but we want to give you guys both choices. So
I just want to quickly say hello to everybody that has just jumped into the Clubhouse room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have all moderators streaming live with us today. In YouTube. So moderators, Dornico, you are a mod to this room. You've been sent a personal link to jump on stage and join the rest of the crew so that we can have some great conversation. Bro, we need your voice. So come on over to StreamYard with us and hang out so that we can talk about Neonta's situation that she has just shared in regards to a transition of, I'm going to say, business, quote unquote, quote fingers going, ownership and programs that have now requested certain documents from her, and her ability to produce those documents.
Yeah.
How that made the transition for the residents as well as the community funded program to do business with her. So for all of you all that are joining us from our clubhouse room, hello, hello, hello. And again, because of the way we have things set up, you will not be able to hear our moderators or see the presentation that we're going to do shortly. So come on over to YouTube and hang out with us and let us share this information to you and ask your questions. The chat is live and popping. We've got new people visiting us.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm going to say hello to
And YouTube is growing, so I love that.
Hello and welcome. Christy, welcome to all of our new guests and visitors.
Welcome, Miss Christy. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. And welcome to all of the new people. So YouTube is actually really, really growing. Also, guys, and I think I did it correctly, and I'm not that super techie, but I put the link in Clubhouse. So if you're in Clubhouse, there's a link at the top that'll drive you straight to this YouTube, right? And as I said, what I love about this new streaming platform that we're doing now, I can do PowerPoints. So absolutely. I wasn't planning for it, but lucky for you all, I actually have a PowerPoint, and I'm going to be talking about that before we close tonight, because again, obviously every Monday we talk about how to do this, right? Meaning you want to do it yourself. You want to actually house the people yourself. But usually every Saturday at 9:45, and I think we're going to change it to 10 a.m., we teach you how to do it in terms of housing the homeless or the displaced, and you never need the property. We just show you how to build relationships and still make an impact and an income. So Christy, thank you so much. She followed the Clubhouse link. Perfect. So that means that's working. So I'm going to jump right back into it, right? So tonight's topic is, again, shared housing. Is it the best real estate strategy? I think so. And I may be a little biased because many years ago, some of y'all know this story, right? Some of y'all don't. Yeah. Usually take me 35 minutes to tell this story. I'm going to try to do it in 4 minutes. I never succeeded that, but I'm going to try again in 4 minutes.
I got my watch
on YouTube. I'm going to tell the story that usually takes 35 minutes. Watch this, Joanne.
I'm going to mess with him.
And Joanne fooled me too. Joanne is in here as roster girl, but that's Joanne, y'all. So that's our family. But watch this though, because Jovetta may have never heard this. And if she have, I'm going to pretend she's never did. Guys, 9 years ago, right? Long time ago, I used to be a social worker. And I always wanted to house people. I always wanted to do what I thought was start a group home. Guys, you're going to hear tonight that what we talk about, we don't call them group homes. They're either called a housing program, shared housing, or an independent living facility. And that's the phrase that we've coined now. So the ILF model, if you hear us say the independent living facility, that's exactly what we do. So again, long time ago, I was a social worker. I'm praying to God and pleading to God, God, I want to get in this and I want to help people. Guys, dummy me, I didn't realize everything that I prayed for, God put me in the middle of. So when I said, God, I want to help people, he made me a social worker. Shay tricked me to go to school, y'all. That's a whole nother story. And I got 4 minutes, right? And then once I got in that school, I was like, man, I like helping people. I think I want to do social work. And I said, God, I want to be rich. But I know with social work, I can't get rich. I said, God, everybody that I see that is well-to-do in life, they're involved in real estate. God, how can I be involved in real estate and still help people? Mm-hmm. Again, dummy me, God put me in the middle of everything that I was looking for, y'all. Because guess what? When I wanted to help people, he made me a social worker. When I wanted to be involved in real estate, he showed me people that were being mistreated through real estate. Yeah. So God showed me a lady, y'all, that was making $41,000 a month housing people in rats and roaches. She doing the very same thing that I'm teaching you all to do here for the last 3 years, but she did it in rats and roaches, meaning her environment where she housed the people, guys, it was rats and it was roaches, and she never wanted to teach it to me. But one day, Christy, she said, Derek, you know what? I'm going to show you what I make doing this. She would never show me how to do it, Jovetta, but one day she felt a little braggadocious. She said, Derek, boop, 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 boop. She opened up her Chase app and showed me that she was making $41,000 a month. I often ask this question. If y'all made $41,000 a month, would that change your life a little bit? Put a number 9 in the chat. If you all made $41,000 every 30 days, would that change your life a little bit? Put a number 9 in the chat. I'm going to actually put my first 9. I'm going to put the 9.
I beat you to it.
Shay, I thought as a social worker making $28 grand a year, that would absolutely change my life. But the day that I saw that she was doing it in rats and roaches, that's kind of what broke my heart. I was like, wow, I got to get into this. You mean to tell me making 41 grand a month, you can mistreat people like this? Y'all, she had beds and mattresses on the floor. Roaches are running in and out of the cabinets. You know, the bottom drawer to the stove where people keep their muffin pans, and y'all gonna bake y'all Thanksgiving turkey and y'all dressing in and y'all all that stuff. And that bottom drawer, that's what roaches were running in and out of. Adrena, her bed, a 3-inch mat, 3 feet long, was in front of the kitchen stove.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm telling y'all, this broke my heart. I took a Saturday and I said, man, I got to go see what this looked like, because nobody want to teach me. Nobody want to show me what this is, right? So boom, here I go. And again, when she showed me that 41 grand a month, I was like, oh my God, how can I get in this? How can I also help people and change the lives of other people by allowing them to get into this? And lo and behold, guys, it took me 2 years. I'll admit it. It wasn't as fast as I thought it was going to be. It took me 2 years, and I lost 60 pounds trying to figure this out. But once I got it, y'all, I said, ooh, I got it. Now I'm finna teach this to other people. But I'll admit, I went through the bumps, the bruises, the mistakes, the lawsuits, the Channel 8 news.
Everything.
Guys, every wrong way that you can do this business, this ministry, I did it the wrong way because nobody would show me, remember? All I saw was somebody making 41 grand a month, and I was making 28 grand a year.
Come on.
I was like, Lord, have mercy. You are no respecter of people. And God, if you would do it for her, because God, you love this lady. Even though she mistreated your people and rats and roaches, God, you love her just like you love me.
Yep.
And here I go, y'all pleading to God and crying to God, will you let me get in? I said, God, if you let me do it, I'll treat people the right way. God, if you let me, God, guys, I'm promising God left and right. God, I promise. God, I promise. 2 years later, guys, I got my first ILF. And I fell to my knees in that place. I said, God, thank you. I said, God, if you would let this succeed, I promise I won't be like the other people that hid it from me. I'll go all over the world and I'll teach it to other people.
Yeah, sure did.
I said, God, I won't keep it. And I truly believe, guys, that's a big part of our success is that we don't hide it from people. 3 days a week, we're live right here on YouTube teaching this and allowing you all to bring every question that you have. But for the people that say, man, you know what? I really want to be a part of this. I want Derek to hold my hand and I want to learn it and do it. Guys, this month is my birthday. Shay's birthday was on November 8th.
Yes.
My birthday is on November 16th, and my mom's birthday is November 18th, and my favorite aunt, her birthday is November 18th. So for the month of November, guys, we've been throwing a crazy sale. So our normal coaching, that's 15 grand for the ILF Mastery Blueprint, is actually only $4,700.
Yeah.
So we allow people to go in together. So if you meet somebody on this live and you guys want to do it together, I don't care if you live in different cities.
Don't be 10 people deep trying to.
Yeah, no, it's 2 people. We don't like 10 people. But if you're another individual and you want to do this, we don't mind if people join in together. But essentially, we show people how to take a property that you don't even have to own it.
Yep.
And now the next step to when people say, Derek, how do I get the people? Where do you get the clients from? The hospitals, y'all. Mental health hospitals, substance abuse hospitals, regular hospitals. And if you do your advertising on social media just right, guys, I put flyers all throughout Walmart, Kroger's, Publix, the local gas station. I drop my flyers everywhere. So we get calls from the gas station, from Walmart, from moms that saw my flyer on the parking lot floor. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter, guys. So we're aiming towards a population that can't afford their own house. They can't afford their own apartment, but they don't mind living with a roommate. And that's why we offer the shared living model. And that's why I'm so excited for next week, because I'm actually bring my pictures. Unless Shay got some pictures already in her theme that she can bring up, I'm going to be showing you guys pictures. Now, most of y'all are very familiar with our social media and stuff. But from now on, we're going to be showing you guys pictures. But Adrena, can you believe that lady showed me $41,000 a month coming into my hospital with her red bottom shoes on, Gucci purse, and the best weave money can buy? Y'all, she showed me everything that said, Derek, I'm doing good in life. Derek, I'm doing well in life.
Right.
Now, guys, I'll admit I'm not super materialistic, but can you imagine me making $28,000 a year? And this lady who get all the clients from me showing me that she making $41,000 every 28 to 31 days. Guys, I said to myself, God, this ain't fair. I said, God, I want to get in this. I want to help people. And the moment she showed me that she was doing this in rats and roaches, I said, game over.
Whoa.
And once she said, Derek, I don't own these houses, game over. Shay, can say something?
I'm looking at the comments, right? I'm gonna post some comments real quick because I want you to see what's going on in the chat. I want everybody that's viewing
talk to me.
Read
them out.
See what's going on. Like right now, Adrena just said I know this lady right now who is doing that. So what you were talking about is the rats, the roaches, the grime, you making all this money and you treating people just so.
That's what blew my mind. Like I couldn't believe it.
That drives me up a smooth wall, y'all. This population is already on the fringes of life, right? Situations, circumstances, things that they've gone through has already been a barrier for them. Why would we position ourselves to be considered helpful and make their transition back into the community one that's worthless or one that's more of a struggle from where they were? I mean, listen, the success stories, not even the success stories. We can go story for story of when we move people in, their previous situations and circumstances, how they've overcome those things based on being able to be housed in an independent living facility. By giving them that second opportunity at life, that gives them that opportunity to really regroup and find some self-esteem about themselves. Listen, y'all, we all are going to have to give an account one day for how we treat our brothers and our sisters. And listen, all I say is, Lord, use me to do the right thing at all times. So I'm blown by that. So that's one heck of a comment. And like the comment.
And I wanted to know from Adrena, she says, I know somebody that's doing this. Like, do you know her like to be doing it the wrong way? Is she doing it the right way, sis, or the wrong way? Put it in the chat.
But she is greedy and the people not living right.
Right. And see, that's what I saw a lot of. And that's kind of what started this whole thing, guys. Like, I give God all the credit. I'm no genius. Guys, I barely finished high school. Shay tricked me to go to college. I'm no genius, guys, at all. And when Shay tricked me to go to college and I got that job as a social worker, like, God just showed me again, y'all, everything that I asked him for. I begged God that I want to help people. I didn't know my way of helping people was going to be becoming a social worker.
Yeah.
I said, God, I want to be involved in real estate. I want to be rich. Everybody that I know, God, that's doing well in life, they're involved in real estate. And again, dummy me, I didn't know. On that job for 9 years, ladies and gentlemen, 9 years I was on that job before the light bulb came on. Right? I said, man, Derek, what are you doing? You just saw somebody making 41 grand a month and you making 28 grand a year. You got to get in this. And I said, God, if you help me, I'll share it everywhere I go. So that's why, guys, most likely 7 days a week, we're somewhere sharing this message. 3 days a week, we're here, right? But the other 4, I'm somewhere else talking to somebody about what this is. So again, guys, to make a long story short, and I'll land the plane, right? This is an independent living facility model, or you can call it a shared housing program, to where you can get a piece of real estate that you don't have to own. You can rent it, you can lease it, or the rental arbitrage. Guys, every ILF I have, all 10 of them that I oversee that are kind of mine, I don't own any of them. Watch this now. I don't own any of my ILFs. They're all rentals. But the houses I buy, those are for the population that I can't serve in the ILF model. Watch this. I don't house women and children.
Right.
I don't house pregnant women. I don't house complete families. I do that in the properties I buy.
Absolutely.
So for the independent living facility model, we only house the adult male or the adult female. We do not house women and children in that unsafe environment, because to me, that's unsafe. I got a whole video on that I put out about 2 days ago. We don't house women and children in a shared living environment with other adults. They need their own place. And again, what's so powerful about this model, it doesn't require a license. You don't have to be a nurse or a CNA, no high school diploma. The only requirement for this, guys, is a big heart for people. You got to love God, because that's kind of falls in place, right? You got to love God, love people, love real estate. That's our whole mantra. We love God, we love people, and we love real estate. And if you got some patience, that's going to be the cheat code to all of this. Because if you don't have patience, I'm going to lead you to something else, like Airbnb or a different kind of housing. And if you're only in this for the money, Watch this. I got a whole sermon about how I used to be broke like a joke. And when I saw a girl making 41 grand a month, it intrigued me. That's true. But guys, I always wanted to help people. And I found out that if you're doing God's will and you involve real estate and helping people, that's a no-brainer. So I just knew money would follow ministry eventually. Because in this ministry, in this model of housing, you don't have to chase the money. If you're doing God's will and helping people the right way, money follows ministry. Money also follows mastery. We mastered the art of housing people.
Yeah.
One more thing, and I'm going to land my plane. And we're so genius that I wasn't a crab in a bucket and hid it from other people. God was like, Derek, you got to teach this to other people, bro. Derek, as great as I'm going to make you, you can't house everybody. You got to find like-minded people and soft-hearted people like you, Derek, that want to do this, and you teach it to them. The way people hid it from you, Derek, you be the opposite. So, guys, for the first 2 years, before it even turned into a business, we went all over the world, state to state, city to city. We paid for the venue, we paid for the food, and we paid people to come see us.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
And
we wanted people to know about this so much. We paid for the food, the venue, and we paid people to come see us. That's crazy. But that's how much we wanted to get the word out, because I saw the way it changed my life. Guys, when I saw that 28 grand a year that I was making can be made every month, I was like, man, I got to share this with other people. So that's who we are. That's what we do. We run independent living facilities in a shared living environment, and we get our clientele from hospitals, social workers, case managers, social service providers, and just regular advertisement. Because 3 years ago, all we housed was the mental health guy. But now today, we house the everyday Joe, the guy that can't afford his own house, his own apartment, right? So that's what we do. I'm super excited. I'm getting ready to bring Mr. Dornico Rigel on stage. He's somebody that we talked this to about, a year and a half ago, all the way from Dayton, Ohio. So Dornico, introduce yourself to the folks, who you are, what you do, and what made you get into this model of the shared housing with Forston Consultants?
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me pretty good?
Loud and clear.
I'm on my trusty Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max. I know I need to be upgraded by now, but I'm gonna do my little. I gotta get
you good. I ain't gonna fuss at you.
No, I gotta get used to those shameless plugs. They bring you places. You know what I'm saying?
You never know, right?
Never
Speaking of a plug, if you're on Clubhouse and you can only hear me, join us on YouTube. Click the link at the top. You're going to be able to hear all of our guests, all of our moderators, and we go deeper. And we also have a PowerPoint here in about 15 minutes. So again, if you're in YouTube, click the link at the top and join us on, if you're in Clubhouse, click the link at the top and join us on YouTube. Dornico is on you, big bro.
Yeah, Dornico Rigel, I'm from Detroit, Michigan originally. I love to tell people and sometimes remind people where I'm from. There's a lot of pain, there's a lot of struggle, there's a lot of strife, there's a lot of barriers to overcome by any means, and they always shed light on the negative when it comes to Detroit. But I try to make sure that God gets the glory, because I've never been incarcerated, I've never been on any drugs, any of that stuff. And I stand tall as a believer in a God that loves me unconditionally, right? So to step into a space where you're helping people, that's kind of my transition as to the why I do this. I do this because I really want to help people, and I want to help people and not be able to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, they may make that 41 a month, but she may have some troublesome nights, Derek. She may have some nightmares occasionally. You understand? Yeah, you can't do that to people. And well, some people, hey, I don't know. I would like to imagine that God will trouble her sleeping patterns with that kind of, thing. But I just closed the house today. I just put my last. When I say close, let me clarify. I'm not excited to say that unless it's with the wholesaling. So let me fix that up. But my men's house, right? I brought the last guy in today. When I tell you, he got out of that car standing 6'9", 400 pounds.
Woo!
I was looking at him. I'm like, I'm bringing a tape measure. You're not gonna fit on this bed, bro. But This guy was he was from a program called Daybreak. He's 24 and he's still growing, but
Wow.
Whoa.
he's humble, very nice. He don't do no drugs. He don't do nothing. And, you know,
Gentle giant.
he's a gentle giant. Absolutely. He was so amazed at the accommodations, the people,
Wow.
how he was received. It was unbelievable. And the program that brought him, they were blown away. And I'm thinking, I was reminded of a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, right? That's the same thing. It doesn't change, it doesn't stop. Stick to the, oh my God. It I don't get it. Stick to the program. It don't you don't have to do you don't have to change,
Absolutely.
you don't have to deviate. All the work has been done. But anyway, so that's that. But I wanted to say this before I get too far off topic. Uh, baby November Rain is home. She's healthy. I appreciate y'all prayers. When I say it could have went either way, they were saying maybe her gallbladder's not attached. Maybe she's gonna need surgery. Maybe she's gonna need a liver transplant. This little baby was getting stuck every so many hours. They were poking and prodding her, doing all kinds of tests. And I'm thinking, a baby, like it got so bad, the nurse said, don't stick her no more. If we don't get it, we
Mm.
just don't get it. So
Right.
and my daughter, man, she had to watch. First time ever having a baby. That's already probably traumatic. I don't know. I'm not a woman. But to sit up there and in your bonding period, have people hurt your baby. So it's a lot of psychological torment that I think she endured. But to God be the glory. We
Amen.
we went into that hospital with authority. We went into that hospital changing the atmosphere, y'all. I apply that to business. Change the atmosphere. You going into a meeting, tell it
Change
what
it.
it's going. I change the atmosphere. It is
Come
amazing.
on,
It,
Dornico.
it's amazing. So I'm me and my so y'all invited into this deal, by the way, Derek and Shay. I just want to let y'all know. But me
I
and the
didn't
secret
know.
person, we've been dealing with, we strategizing, trying to deal with this guy. So I'm getting ready to meet with him tomorrow, and
Okay.
I'm calling it it's victory in Jesus. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna pretty much lay it out. Okay,
I
when they,
love it.
they throwing big numbers, I'm not moved by that. We stick to the plan. We stick to business as usual, and we're gonna help more people. If we're gonna get more real estate to do that, great. If we're gonna I think he wants to put us in front of people that got the money and all of the power locally to make instant changes. I like that because if the right people see it laid out right, lucky for me, I kind of mimic y'all, and I've been practicing on my spiel, so I kind of got this down, right. So
Gotcha, bro.
yeah,
I
so we're
love
gonna
it.
do that.
I
We're
love
gonna
it.
do that. But this is amazing. I love this. It's fresh. It's new. I like it. Yeah. This should be one of those things, sis. I think you in the right direction, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's keep this going.
Oh,
I got
absolutely. We are.
It's
This is
permanent.
we have to.
It's
We
permanent.
have to shift
It's permanent now.
as things transition, we have to take that transition as well. We wanted a more approachable um opportunity to engage with each other. We get to talk all the time, but when we get to see one another's faces,
Yeah.
and I can look at you now and say,
And a lot of people
Nico,
like to
how was
see
your
who's
day?
presenting. So
yeah.
yeah,
How was your day,
yeah,
bro? Like,
yeah.
how you doing? Like, how are you
And
holding
see,
up?
like now he couldn't hide his feelings from me now because I can read his whole face now. See, so I kind of like that too.
Hey man,
Um,
I'm looking
I
for a
love it.
car, man. I'm looking for a ride where I can put my logo on the side.
yeah.
My truck went out on the freeway, and I said, "Oh my God!"
Oh, okay.
No.
So I rented a car because I had to go help my mom. Everything happened for a reason. So I turned the car back in. They say, we sell cars, right? I said, you what? So the Enterprise hooked me up with their car
They sure
sales
do.
lot, and I got on the lot, and my car is the Infiniti QX80. That's what I want. That's my baby.
All
But
right.
they got a Nissan Armada that is the same thing. So I said, ooh, Labels. I want the label. So
You
I
made
don't know.
Beyonce turn on her camera.
But it's-
But I'll just drop a gem right now while we even talking about cars and transportation. When it comes to housing the homeless or the displaced, I use those car magnets. So guys, I got magnets on my car, excuse me, my truck that say let me see what it says, second chance housing. It has the phone number. It says we rent by the room, $600 per room, all utilities included.
By the bed.
No, excuse me, by the bed. All utilities are included. So when you're driving and you're at the stop sign, you're at the light, we get a lot of that traffic. And also I gave them to other people. That's also genius. So not only just you having the car magnets yourself, but imagine if you bought a couple sets and you gave them to other people. And I paid them as affiliates. So if one of my buddies driving down the road and somebody sees that sign and we happen to place somebody from that, he gets paid for that.
But let me tell what makes it
So
even
it's
easier
genius.
too, though, now, Dornico, because remember, now we have our own CRM and we can offer the affiliate links.
Yep.
So initially we had to kind of like Jimmy rig up that affiliate type of program. But now when it comes to the housing and the per bed, when people go to that link now, that link is associated solely to that person's affiliate link. And we can see what traffic has been connected to us based on that link or that phone number that people call.
Yep.
So
car
that's
magnets
been
are good.
That's
good
been a blessing. So we've got family members that drive Uber, and he's like, "Listen, I got you. Throw it on the car." Like, so it's been a blessing.
Yeah, multiple ways.
Yeah.
Let's jump back in really quick. I want to answer a few more of these questions. Go ahead.
Let's do a quick room reset over in the Clubhouse street. Hello to all our Clubhouse family. Those of you that have not seen the link at the top of the room, we want to welcome you to the room on Clubhouse, but we also want to invite you on over to YouTube and to our Facebook watch party. We are having a watch party. All moderators are on stage. Unfortunately, with the way we've got this thing set up, you will not be able to hear the moderators on stage as they speak unless you come on over and hang out with us either on Facebook or YouTube. If you are a regular and a moderator to the room, you should receive a link that will give you an opportunity to stand up on stage as a mod. If not, I will have it sent over to you expeditiously. But again, welcome. We're about to get into answering some questions. There's a lot of questions in the chat, Derek. So I think we could go ahead and get started. I will post them on the screen. You should be able to see them as I post them. So I'm going to do that, you guys, and then we can just do a round robin and have everybody first just go for the questions. Is that good with you?
Yep. So I got about 4 questions that I have that came to me, and then Shay, you can also let me know the ones that came from the chat. We can just kind of go back and forth. Okay, perfect. So I'll do one of mine first, and then we'll do one of your pop-ups next.
Sounds good.
So one of the questions that came in to me says, can I do this in a mobile home or a trailer, or does it have to be in a single family brick house? So I'm gonna answer that in probably more than one way. So first of all, if you just joined us, we're talking about the best real estate play possible. And this is the shared housing model, which we take a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, or a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, or a 2-bed, 1-bath. Doesn't matter. The whole thing about it is that it's a shared living environment, and we're most likely going to put 2 beds per room. So most of us do this from the standpoint of being in a single family home, but you can do this also in a mobile home and a trailer. The only thing that we would recommend at that point is that you do it in a mobile home or trailer that sits on its own land. Oftentimes, if you try to do this in a mobile home or trailer that's in a mobile home park, they want you to live in it. They don't want you to get it and rent it out to other people. So I'm going to say, make sure you're following the rules. But just to answer your original question, we do know people that do this in a mobile home or a trailer, but it's sitting on its own land. Okay?
Yeah.
Ms. Shay, next question.
Absolutely. So the next question is coming up on the screen. It is from.
Let's mute that live mic too, so that we make sure that everybody's able to hear.
Give me a second. Done. I think it's done. Yep, you're good to go. Go for it. So the first question is up on the screen from Miss Ramona. What's my first step should be in order to open an ILF?
Oh, great. I mentioned that actually earlier. The first step is turning yourself into a business. So instead of Ramona Toussaint, and I think me and you spoke already, right? I remember a lot of these names. So good to see you again, Miss Ramona. But your first step is turning yourself into a business. The second step, or actually, no, let's rewind it. The first step is to watch our absolutely free webinar. So we have a free webinar that breaks everything down. Most people are surprised by the time they watch it that it's actually free. We literally spill our guts and give you everything that there is to know pretty much in that webinar. It's about 1 hour and 3 minutes long. And if Alex or Shade, you guys can put it in the chat, but also that can be found at forstonconsultants.com. So the first step is to watch our absolutely free webinar. The next step is set up a strategy call, right? Or discovery call. That's absolutely free as well, right? So we grant that to everybody, that discovery call, so that once you watch that webinar, now you can ask us questions in terms of what you saw and any clarifications that you need. So again, first step, watch the webinar. Second step, let's do a discovery call. Third step, if you're really smart, you jump on this birthday crazy sale, right? Because our ILF Mastery Blueprint, which is usually 15 grand for the one-on-one coaching, that's only $4,700 for the whole month of November. So this is my birthday month. My wife, my mom, and me, we're all in 1 month. So just to celebrate it and also to do kind of a Black Friday and a stimulus package, because times are tough, y'all. We've taken a little bit of a survey. We've asked a lot of questions of other people. It's tough for everybody everywhere. So, but we didn't want that to stop people from getting the coaching. So again, instead of that $15,000 ticket that would normally cost for the one-on-one coaching and all of that stuff it comes with, guys, it's only $4,700. And that's crazy. So a lot of people has actually been going in together to get it. So people that are meeting each other in this room, you all are actually kind of joining together. And I don't mind that. So we're allowing 2 people to join together to get that package. And we'll even cover, I'll do it now, actually. What's involved in the ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, is everything that we've ever created. So every ebook that we've ever created concerning housing, every course, every curriculum, we give you a complimentary virtual assistant. That's something new that we started a couple months ago. We want you guys to succeed so much because most of y'all are so busy, right? You got jobs and kids and responsibilities. We want to give you some help. So I give you a complimentary virtual assistant. So instead of paying that $697 to get the VA, we give it to you, right? We also give you my accountant. This is very new. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
But just to help you with your setup of your LLC or your nonprofit, your QuickBooks, just to get you started as a business, I give you my personal accountant, which is the business maven, right? So, and also most importantly, you get the one-on-one coaching. So I'm in your back pocket now. So no more you scratching your head trying to figure this out. You and I have one-on-one coaching. And again, your VA and my VA will be like best friends. So whenever you need an appointment with me, all of that works through your VA now, right? You also have your own portal where you can set up appointments with me at any time. But your first probably 5 to 6 appointments, I'm going to have them scheduled out. Boom, 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 boom. But after that, when you need me, you schedule them anytime that you get ready. And unlike just outside people, ILF Mastery Blueprint people can call me pretty much every day, right? And we can go back and forth and we're going to guide you and help you and hold your hand through the whole process. Most coaches will give you 45 videos and tell you, good luck. I hope you make it. We don't do that, right? I'm going to hold your hand. So we're going to keep you accountable. I'm going to give you my virtual assistant. Give you a virtual assistant. I'm going to give you Lynette, the business maven, in every product, every ebook, every course, and the one-on-one coaching. All of that's usually, guys, 15 grand, right? But during the month of November, it's only $4,700. So that's how you get started, Miss Ramona. Watch that webinar. Let's get on a phone call, right? Let's guide you in the right direction, but also join us 3 days a week here for free. We tell everybody, like, if you don't have it, no problem. My job when God gave me this was Derek, because I said, God, if you give it to me,
absolutely,
I'll go all over the world teaching it, and I'll take no credit. So remember 30 minutes ago when I told you that I'm no genius? I barely finished high school, and Shay tricked me to go to college. I mean every word of that. I am no genius, y'all. God just showed us something that was really bad, and we put our spin on it. We don't do group homes. I don't do ALFs. All of those need a license. You got to own the property. You got to have the license. You got to be a nurse and all of that. This model, no license. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to own the property. I'll never forget the day, man, when I learned that I didn't have to own the place, y'all. I was like, ding, 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 game over. Game over. You mean to tell me as a poor social worker making 28 grand a year, I can rent this place? That was the most exciting thing for me, guys, ever. And that's when I decided, you know what? I'm going to quit my job. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to resign.
Thank
when
you.
I got 3 of these, I don't know why, but Shay hates when I say quit. But I did resign, y'all, and I gave a 6-month notice.
Guys, we are not quitters around anymore.
So that's true. I didn't quit. Dummy me, I gave a 6-month notice and stayed the whole time. Right? Because I was nervous. I was doing the Joyce Myers thing. I was doing it afraid.
Absolutely.
I knew that I had to leave that job to fully feel what God called me to and to make it work. I couldn't stay on that job and fully get into this. But my brother, he got a whole story about my brother got a job and do this. So my brother teaches it on the other side of this, right? I thought I was cute, y'all. I got 3 of these and I quit. I resigned. I got 3 of these ILFs and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm gone. I just thought what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Okay? So that's what's involved in the ILF Mastery Blueprint. Let's take a couple more questions and keep it rolling.
Hold up. Do you not just see who just graced the
Business
platform?
Maven. Literally
Like
just talked about her too. So guys, remember
sir.
when I just talked about you get my accountant up to 6 months in that package? This is her. So Lynette, introduce yourself, tell the folks how great you are, who you are, and what you do.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me clearly?
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Wonderful. My name is Lynette Green. I am the business maven. I am an degreed accountant with 30 plus years of finance, bookkeeping and accounting experience, all business sectors and structures just about, and tax classifications under my belt in terms of experience. I have worked for profit. I've worked nonprofit as well. And God's just given me a pretty good, expansive wealth of knowledge that at this point in my career and opportunities he's presented before me to just share with everybody and give them an opportunity to succeed by putting in their pocket great information regarding bookkeeping and financing. I will bleed business structure. Foundation is so important for your business. Ideation is great. Coach Derek has a million ideas a minute, and Shay will verify that. But ideation is great, but you're going to need some structure. You're going to need some foundation, and you want to touch bases and connect with a strong accountant, someone that can support you, someone that can help you set up the foundation of your business for longevity. You want to build your business not just for the moment, not just for the next 6 months, for the next year, but you want to build it so that it can grow along with the vision that God gives you. So that's why we're here. And as Derek shared, I'm their accountant. I think it's been about 4 or 5 years now. Yep. Almost from the beginning.
Yep. Go.
Working together, and Shay connected us, and Derek did his background check, so to speak, and
his due diligence.
We won't get into that tonight.
He did his due diligence, and I'm telling you, Derek found stuff I didn't even know was available on the internet. My radio shows, my website that I thought I had disabled, but he found it, and we were able to answer all of his very difficult questions. But I think out of all of that, I learned that it's important for you to know the value of bookkeeping and accounting when it comes to your business. Absolutely. A lot of people, Shay, don't know the value of it. I'm in another business community like this. It's called Good Soil, and it's an offshoot of TD Jakes Enterprises. And whenever they have sessions, I'll do my best to listen in, but I'm still surprised, and I don't know why I am, but I'm still surprised at the amount of information that people just don't know and don't have access to. So again, I'm grateful to have connected with the Forstons, and grateful for every opportunity they give me to share with you guys. Just be available for you to ask the questions that you don't have the answers to. And trust me, you're going to need someone with the ILF blueprint that the Forstons have available for you right now, because that money will come, it will come fast, and you're going to need some support. Okay.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Derek, one more
Thank-
Land my
time for that.
plane.
Thank you
Oh,
so
wait, we're not
much,
on
sis.
Clubhouse. I don't have to land my plane, right?
Well, we kind of
You
are,
can
but you know,
we are, but they can't
Oh,
hear
that's
you
right.
the way we
find
set it up.
something different for this forum and just land it. No problem.
Just like, okay,
We
I
gonna
can
land
It
do
could
it.
be
that.
a
I
bus.
actually went
You
on
gonna park the bus?
Clubhouse first because I'm so used to going right
We're
there.
driving everybody to YouTube because YouTube's jumping right now. Facebook, I'm not sure, but YouTube's jumping off the walls. So this is the new
That's
thing
awesome.
from now on.
Okay.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So I'm burning for questions, but Shay's got
I do. I just
something
wanna
else,
do
but I want to
another
get back
room reset
to the
for-
questions.
Absolutely. Sorry about that. I do want to do one more room reset because I do see new people jumping into the Clubhouse room. Please use the link at the top of the page to join us on YouTube or Facebook where we are live streaming. All of our moderators are on set live here in the Forston Consultant studio. Come on, Derek. We got our own studio with all our guests.
Absolutely.
So come on over, join
Love
us
it.
and meet the peeps that you always hear the voices of. We've got Janine is back. Let me get her back on stage. So we've got all of our regular moderators, Dornico, the business maven, Tiffany Walker, Nyanta, Janine, Derek, myself. I am excited to be able to see these beautiful people that I spend so much Clubhouse time with in the flesh, or as I would love to every day. But listen, come on over to those that are in Clubhouse. Join the conversation. The chat is on fire, and we are going to get back to answering some questions. But Derek, I want to let our big sis Janine introduce herself. She is who we've coined the HRA machine. All right. So come on.
And that's actually what we're going to close out with once we do get there. So this is a great chance for her to introduce herself. Hey, Janine, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear. sis.
And sorry, I don't have my camera on. This is a day that my camera cannot.
So what I'm going to do, especially for my family folk, right? You guys pick an avatar so that when you don't want to be on camera, just put a nice pretty picture of yourself or something else, right? But I'm surprised even Lynette got her camera on tonight. I got her hair all done. See, because Clubhouse don't allow y'all to come on any kind of way. Or no, you can on Clubhouse because they can't see you. But this one, you gotta come. You gotta kind of be together.
Yeah, now I know. I wasn't expecting that, but now I know. Next time I'll be
Go
more
ahead,
prepared.
Janine. You good?
So I am Janine, owner and operator of Monarch Solutions Housing Program. We are also a referral agency. I am based in California, but I work with the ILF operators in other states. So I am just not bound to California. And so although I do need to do a little bit more in my own backyard, I started in that way, but I mean, I was just moved out, out in these other places where some of the operators at. So that's been that has been great. I am also a property owner where I self-manage my rental, which is, oh gosh, this has been a crazy week for me already. So but yeah, that's us as Monarch Solutions. And I am so happy to be here in this studio and I get to see you guys, Lynette, my boy Dornico, get to see you guys. Shay, always looking lovely. Derek is always coming correct, So
as you guys see, this is all family. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I'll land in. Thank you.
And I'm actually probably going to bring you back, Janine, because once we get to the end of kind of what we're talking about now, in terms of being the ILF operator, I'm going to show a few people how we also do the HRA, which is what we've thought of you as like the guru in that, right? Even though we kind of came up with it, Janine kind of has mastered it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been with us thus far, thank you so much for being here. Please stick around to the end because, again, most people that we teach this to, you guys want to do it in terms of yourself, meaning you want to get the real estate and you want to house them. Yeah. But we have a whole nother model where we show you how to do the exact thing that we do, housing folks, but you never need the real estate. You just need the relationship. And that's called the HRA model. And that stands for Housing Referral Agency.
Yes.
But guys, I'm burning with questions. I think we got at least 10 more. Shay, let's kind of ramble those off real quick because I want to make sure that we give value tonight. So
and
what's
again,
the next question?
Mom Forston has joined us in the clubhouse room. Mom, I'm gonna send you a link if you want to come in on the studio side. Turn your camera off if you don't want to be seen, or if not, I will send you the YouTube link. Just text me which one you want. And for those of you that are in the room that have not click that link at the top of the page, you are missing out. The whole crew is live in the Forston Consultant Studio.
Come on over, Lakeisha,
so
Nisi.
Over.
I think Mickey's already over there, but Amir and Alika, you guys are the only ones there on Clubhouse. So just come on over to YouTube. That way you get a chance to see us and hear us.
The links are in the chat, and the link is also at the top of the of the Clubhouse page. So at the very top of your Clubhouse page, just click that thing that says shared housing is the best real estate strategy. And let's get on with these questions, Derek.
All right, so I have one.
So go ahead and do yours and I'll filter through.
You got it. So the next question that came in to me was, Derek, what populations am I allowed to serve? And that's a great question, right? So me, myself, I'll admit, I love the older population. That's just kind of my cup of tea. But I also teach it to folks that say, well, Derek, I want to house the teenager agent from the foster care system. I want to house the guy that's turned 18 years old, Derek, and they kick him out on the street because he's too old now. So I said that to say this, it's a personal preference to you. So we tell you military veterans, that's one of my favorite. That's one of Nianta's favorite, right? Elderly adults, women that are escaping domestic violence. That's a big one, guys, right? So if your heart is tugged towards helping the ladies that are trying to escape domestic violence, this is a whole program you can open up for that, right? But watch this. On the other side of that, you can house sexual offenders. People that have went to jail for a sexual offense, they get released. They have an ankle monitor, but they need you to house it. And you may say, well, Derek, that ain't what I want to do. Guys, that's why I said this model is so powerful, because we teach you the model, you choose the population.
Yeah.
I know a lady right now. She has over 26 ILFs, but guess who she serves? Sexual offenders. People that have went to jail for some kind of sexual offense, and all of her housing is in rural areas. None of her housing is close to the churches. They're not close to a school. They're not close to a preschool. And they're not close to, like, how can I say, organizations like big businesses, because you have to be rural with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. She
found a niche, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's the same shared model, because she has 4-bed, 2-bath mostly. She's got some 3-bed, 2-bath. So essentially, guys, she takes anywhere from 6 to 8 people from homeless to hopeful that otherwise wouldn't be able to live anywhere. Because half of y'all in this room don't want to serve that population just because of what they've done. Mm-hmm. Now watch this. I'm so honest. Watch this. Because who you house is up to you, right? If I get a call today from a social worker and she said, Derek, I got a guy, man, he's 55 years old, just got out of prison, and he raped a 9-year-old girl just 6 years ago. I'll admit to y'all, right? My personal preference, he can't come to my place. That's just what I believe in my heart, and I'm mad at him. Yeah, he needs a second chance, but that guy can't come to my place. But watch this. I got a guy right now who I'm housing. He's a sexual offender. But guess what he did? He was on a construction site, had to use the bathroom, no bathroom available. He started peeing outside. Some 12-year-old girl saw it and said, Mom, this guy's peeing outside. Look at him. She called the cops. He goes to jail. Guys, he's a sexual offender. But he wasn't trying to rape no 9-year-old girl, y'all. So I made a call on that. He made a bad mistake. He should have found the bathroom, and he would have never been through that. But this is a great guy. But for the rest of his life, he'll be labeled as a sexual offender. I don't mind housing him. No problem. Okay? So that's what I mean by personal preference in terms of who you want to house. So again, you can house military veterans, elderly adults, women that are escaping domestic violence, teenagers aging from the foster care system, or anybody that's 18 years old or 118 years old. My oldest client today is 91. My youngest client today is probably 28. So I'll admit the 18 to the 30-year-old, that's really not my cup of tea. That's really not what I do, right? But there's a lot of need for it. And even before I finish, Neonta, can you unmute real quick? Tell the people, Neonta, who do you house and what is the age limit of your guys? I just want to show y'all an example of what I just said. Neonta, what's the name of your program, sis?
Hey,
Who do you
family.
house and what is the age?
So I am Saints Care Independent Living Facility, LLC in Miami Gardens. We house military veterans. My youngest veteran is 30. My oldest to date, he passed away, but was 93 years old when he passed away.
93. Wow.
Wow. See, and that's what I mean, guys, right?
Yeah.
So, but watch this. Neonta, do you have anybody else in your house that's not a military veteran?
I do
Or are they
not at
all
this time.
veterans? They're all veterans?
All of my
How did
guys are
that
veterans.
happen? Tell the people, how did that happen? How did you do that?
So initially I was open to housing anybody, especially after we got the lease in October and it was almost November and I was like, we need some people. I started
Exactly.
getting a little wavery, but my husband was like, no, baby, God gonna do it. Let's just stick to the plan. Just like Dornico said, let's just stick to the plan. And we connected with a group of an agency that assists veterans with finding housing. And so we linked up with them. They liked what we offered, and they just continued to fill our house for us. Literally, they filled the house for us. I was just telling the case manager that I met today. From October 2022 up until this time, we've housed 12, 13 veterans in a year.
Wow.
So
Wow.
The
that's
same
been
people that would have been
amazing.
homeless on the street without you. Is that correct?
Absolutely. In fact, two of them literally came off of the street. And one
And
of them,
that's
I
what
was just telling him the other day, is he's a 74-year-old man. And every time, like, I look at him almost like a granddad. And I'm like,
wow.
Mr. William, and it's crazy because he actually has my granddad's name. Now that I think about it, I never thought about it. I'm like, Mr. William, I'm super proud of you because to see him from last year, March to now, he's like a completely different person, completely whole different man. You know, when my first assessment with him, he was literally talking in circles and I could barely understand what he was talking about. Now I can sit down with him, have a conversation. He still talks in riddles here and there, but I can understand what he's saying. He's healthy.
Right.
He has a haircut. He gaining weight. Looks amazing.
Ooh,
Not
I
struggling
love
with
it.
drugs. So I'm super
I
excited.
love it
Bless
when
him.
they start gaining weight, right? Because you
Yeah.
know they're doing good now, right?
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
health is kind of
Yep.
getting back to where it needs to be. Hey guys, do me a favor. Put in the chat me. If you think after hearing this, what you've heard so far, that you can do this, put in the chat me. If you think that you can do this model, because this isn't rocket science, guys. Neonta, do you own that house that you do this in?
I do not own it. I am leasing it, and my what's it called? Landlord. My landlord knows what I'm doing in her property. In fact, I met her for the first time. Watch this. Met her for the first time on Friday because she lives in
Wow.
Stop
Texas,
it.
Wow.
and we've been doing. I
Wow.
already signed a second lease, and this is my first time meeting her. And when she walked in the house, and it's a little heart tugging because I almost started crying because that was her first time back in the house since her husband passed away. Her husband
Wow.
passed away 2 years ago,
Wow.
and she was like, "Oh my God, I love what you've done with the place. I'm so happy that you know."
But
And she was
look at the
almost going to
great
sell the
work.
house.
Look at the
So
great work that you're allowing her to do through your housing program.
The memory
See,
yeah,
I
of her
forgot about
husband,
that. Go ahead,
the
Shay.
memory of her husband
That's
gets to live
powerful.
on in a completely different way because of
yes,
what she's allowing you to do. I would ask her if she didn't mind for a picture of her husband and dedicate that house to her husband.
Wow.
wow,
Do something with her
Yeah.
and just say, hey, the next time you're in town, I want to do something for you for allowing me to do X, Y, and Z. Share with her some of the
Genius.
stories that you've allow her to spend a little bit of time with those residents and get to know their story. Like pick one or two of them and dedicate that house. Make it an experience for her because now you will create a partnership, sis,
yeah,
that'll be hard to break once you
yeah,
do that. So create that give her an experience based on what she's doing. She's doing good and really doing good.
mm,
You're a part of the ILF committee, so you have the stats. You have all of the stats on your house.
yeah,
Show her, or even get Jillian to send you just the personal stats of your house, and show her what the like. give her a rundown. Like, this is the information of these people that have come in through us, what we've been able to see them do. Like that gentleman that passed away, he was able to die in dignity because he had somewhere to call home. He wasn't found out on the street as a John Doe. Like, these are things that you get to say, man, God, you really used me for such a time as this to help move these individuals out of a homeless situation to a peaceful, to safe care. I mean, this is awesome. Like, you got to do that. Invite me because I'm coming. Because they got that little train now that just runs, you know what I'm saying? Straight down
come on down
we
here.
can hop right on the
We gotta try it. We gotta try
that.
that.
This is Megan. You coming?
We gotta try it.
We're gonna jump on the train.
We gotta jump on that the speed train or something.
Speed train.
We gotta hop on that.
So jump in and share something real quick. I wanted to go back to the actual question that was asked. She used the word, what population are we allowed to serve? And it sounds to me like she, or the person that asked the question, is looking for boundaries or regulations or laws or what have you that would keep the ILF program limited. So I don't, you may have spoken about it already, Derek, but I think it's
I can touch it again.
That we consistently share with people that there is no licensing required for you to use or to use this model in your community. So talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So our residents that we serve, guys, they must be independent. So the ILF model, the most important letter to that whole acronym is independent, the I. So again, like Lynette is referring to, right? So we don't house people that need for me to give them their medications, people that need for me to drive them around to the doctor's office, or people that need for me to cook their food. So again, that's what makes it so scalable and kind of more easier than a regular ALF model or the traditional group home model. So again, our clients must be independent. They must be able to cook their own ham sandwich. They must be able to provide their own transportation, right? And take their own medications. These are the things that will get people in trouble usually when they try to do this model. Guys, I don't pretend to be a nurse, not on Clubhouse, Facebook, or YouTube, right? My background is social work. And remember, Shay tricked me to go to college. I barely became that. So I don't need a big skill set, guys, to do this. Because again, if I'm serving people that need all of those medication reminders and need for me to drive them to the hospital, guys, I'm out of bounds of what I'm trying to do. So our scope of work is housing. Housing itself is enough, right? That's enough. Now, we do teach you that once you kind of get it up and going, let's start a clothing closet. Let's start a food pantry. Things that still don't cost you money and doesn't require a license. So Lynette said it. In ALF, you need a license. A traditional group home, you need a license. You must own the property. You must hire staff. Guys, I have no staff. And that's to the other question for Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, I have no staff. It's me and Shay. Okay? But watch this. Every house that I have, every ILF has at least 1 or 2 people in it that's real responsible. They're real nosy. And they want to be a tattletale on everybody else. That's kind of my house manager without me calling him that. That's a major rule to what we do. I don't call Brad the house manager. Brad's just really responsible and he can tell me what's going on. Okay? So that's what Lynette means about that, guys. No license required. I don't have to own the property. And again, as long as I'm not trying to feed people, drive people around, and administer medications, this is what allows it to be an independent living facility versus an ALF or a traditional group home. Okay, Ms. Shay?
Absolutely. So we've got, I'm going to the chat. So Chrissy says, Derek, I reached out to Operation New Hope, but they said I have to have a dresser for each bed.
So my answer to that is this. All of our ILFs come with that 3-dresser drawer, Sterilite drawer from Walmart, about $19.99. It's called a Sterilite 3-drawer, and it's plastic. Now, if she's telling you to go out and get some big dresser, wooden dresser, the most affordable way to do that is through like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or posting on your page. Good afternoon, Facebook family. I am starting my next independent living facility where we take people from homeless to hopeful, and we're looking for donations of gently used dressers, twin beds, So a lot of what we get is through donations. I don't buy a lot of stuff actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but if they told you that, to me, because they've always passed my houses with the 3-drawer Sterilite from Walmart, it's about $19.99. Shay, you have anything on that?
I agree. Some of the things that I've done in my team, my residents have even sourced some of their own items as well. Or they'll say, "Hey, Miss Shay, I would like to get this, that, and the other for the room. Is it okay?" And they've actually found it online and things like that, and we can, arrange for pickup. As long as we approve. But again, when you're doing that and making that decision, you need to make sure you have the square footage to accommodate that. What you don't want to do is minimize or limit space because of that requirement. So just make sure you're getting something that makes the space it provides adequate space in the room.
Good stuff.
Any of the other moderators want to jump in on that?
Yeah, I
Also,
want to say freebiealerts.com. Check it out, get a whole lot of free stuff. That's where I got my dining room furniture. That's where I got my living room furniture. In fact, I got 2 sets. Got one sitting on the side. When I need to change out, I can grab it out of the storage. So go to
Absolutely.
freebiealerts.com. You'll be amazed how many people have things for free. Good
Good stuff.
things that are good in good working conditions. So
Yeah.
I love that.
And
Also,
And
also Facebook Marketplace has a section where it has free items. Just come pick it up. That's another option.
And business making, go for it.
Listen,
yeah, from a financial perspective, because your company is for profit, you can still accept donations, and those donations can still show up in your books as assets. They have to have a value added to them, so that your bookkeeper, your accountant can give them some type of value. But just because they're donated and you did not purchase them does not mean that they can't be assets for your business.
Love that. Love it. That's
love it.
great.
Next question that came to me was, Derek, how do you guys collect income? How do you get paid if they're homeless or displaced? Great question. So in the webinar that we have that's free, we break all of that down. But just for the knowledge of the room, though, right? Because we're live and I love questions. I'll say 95% of the clients that we serve, they receive SSI or SSDI. And that is simply a Social Security income that they get every month without fail. So when you hear us talk about we receive guaranteed income, that's what that is. The clients we serve get guaranteed income. And now today, because of my beautiful wife, Shay, and how techy she is, all of our payments come in digitally, meaning either through Square, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, and not my favorite, but Cash App. So sometimes we house people that don't pay their own rent. Their aunt pays the rent. Uncle Joe pays the rent. Dad pays the rent. I got a lot of moms that say, Derek, tell me where to send that money because he can't live here with me. And Derek, I'm in control of his money. And Derek, I'll send it to you every month because Derek, he can't live here. I got a lot of moms like that. So they Zelle it. They Venmo it. They Cash App it. And I'll admit, Cash App is not my favorite, but all of the other ones are more safe. Yeah. Zelle is bank to bank. Stripe is hooked up to Second Chance Housing as a bank account. So Lynette, my accountant, can follow that stuff easily, right? Lynette served a lot of y'all in this room already, so you make her job easier when you got a payment processor that's taking your payments. Now, years ago, I'll admit, I picked up everybody's money manually. I rode around and just picked it up. My rule was, because this population, y'all get paid on the 1st and the 3rd. Most of them are broke by the 5th. I'll say that again. The population that we serve, they get paid on the 1st and the 3rd. Most of them are out of funds by the 5th, right? So I, Mr. Smart Derek, after learning this over years and years and years, by the 20th of every month, I will go around and collect all the cards from everybody. So on the 1st, that means I'm going to the ATM, and guys, I'll admit, this looks very weird. Me at the ATM with 35 debit cards. Shay was like, Derek, this looks really weird and crazy. Let's digitize it. So my wife got us some Zelle because some of our clients have an actual bank account. They get this card, y'all, that's called Direct Express. About 10% of these clients will go to a real bank and get it turned over like that. And that's how we get that. But Shay turned it over to where it's digitized. So Square, Stripe, and all of those other things that I named. And that's how we get our payments. Make sense, everybody? And also a big shout out to the people that put me in the chat. You guys' first step is to watch that webinar, and let's get on the strategy call and let's see how we can get you started, especially while the sale is going on. And if you guys know each other, you never know. Or if you decide to go in with somebody else, we absolutely allow that too. Ms. Shay, what's the next question?
Yeah, absolutely. So the next question is there any difference in the fee if I'm already a not-for-profit and know how to get the referrals? And is that in regards to the consultation, the coaching, Miss Adrena? Let us know if you're still here, if that's in regards to coaching.
I think she's talking about the clients. If it's about the, until she answers, if it's about the bed fee, Shay is a nonprofit and I'm for profit. So I'm gonna let Shay answer first. How does she collect her money? Is it any difference from me? Miss Shay?
I'm able to be a little bit more lenient based on grant funds that have come in, because that is considered some part of my programmatic fees. So when I do get grants, I'm able to subsidize some of my residents as the grants afford me to. And then I just respond, I send that information back to, of course, my accountant who knows what's going on and who's on that subsidy. And we go from that route. But for the most part, my fee is my fee. I'm able to be, again, I'm the housing provider. I know what my bottom line is. So if I need to make some modifications in the bed fee based on income, I can do so. Again, and I choose to do so. So it's just about making sure that we're, fairly giving people an opportunity to be housed in a safe living environment and assessing what their need is and making the best assessment in that.
And real quick, Shay, I'll add to that. A lot of times people think that nonprofit or not-for-profit means that you cannot profit, but it doesn't. You can have a profit, and you should operate in the black. So if it costs you a certain dollar amount to maintain that bed, Derek and Shay, they have a very specific formula for you to try to figure out what the cost for each bed in your facility should be. You don't have to reduce that for any purpose. Shay
Right.
talked about the grants and some other private donations that the Angela Denise Foundation has received, and she's able to subsidize. Let's just say her bed is $600 and that person can only afford $500 a month. She's able to subsidize because of other funds that she's gotten in to her organization, but she does not have to lower the cost of her bed because she's a nonprofit.
Right. Absolutely.
Love it. Miss Shay, next question.
All right. Let me get to it.
Bring your questions, guys. As you see, we love questions. So bring all of your questions. I think we got about, was it 3 minutes left in this room? But we'll extend it a little bit just to make sure that we have all of the questions in. And also because we didn't have such a great room technically the other day when we had all of those bugs. Yeah. So I'll stretch this room another 15 minutes at least. Miss Shay?
I'm going through. Anybody on the stage want to share any input in regards to bed fees and how you all look at that?
Also share your bed fee depending on where you are. So if you guys on YouTube want to hear some of the bed fees that we're charging, put a number 7 in the chat. If you're interested to know how Tiffany, Dornico, myself, Nianta, we're all in different places, guys. If you want to see some of the bed fees that we're charging, put a number 9 in the chat. I think I said 9. So let's do it. Dornico, tell the people again the name of your program, where you're located, and what do you charge for your bed fee, and do you have a deposit?
I'm Fresh Start Housing of Dayton in the Dayton, Ohio area. My regular shared rooms are $675. Yes, there is a move-in fee / deposit. That's pretty much. Then my private room is $850. They don't last long. That is also with a deposit. I've been running 50% off, which people just been jumping all over. And it allows them, like I had the big guy came in today. I actually prorated his rent and gave him the half off on the deposit, so he was able to come in for 525, something like that, instead of the $850 plus deposit, which is like $1,700. They understand that, and it's simple. If someone says, "Oh, I can get something cheaper than that," they're not doing simple math, because you also got to pay utilities wherever you go. They see it as a no-brainer because they get to pay that $675 and that's it. There's no utilities, which over here has been running up 600-700. You know what I'm saying, on average. Now, when it gets
Wow, for
colder,
utilities,
it's about to get real. It's already cold. So when you talk
right?
about
Yeah,
running the heat through a whole season, a winter season running the heat, that's gonna take your
Right.
$150 electric bill up to about 480 easy. That's
yeah,
480 if you're being conservative and if you got everybody trained to kind of be mindful of when it's not so.
Get that smart thermostat.
Oh yeah,
That,
right.
that's one of our cheat codes.
I'm glad you said that. So I'm on that. I call it Shady Acres, the big house. There, all my older folks, and that's the co-ed. Man, they running like a well-oiled machine over there. So I'm trying to get the culture back. I lost some of my vets. That's why I got to get back on getting all of my details in, Shay. I haven't even been able to give my consensus because I was hit hard. I lost
Yeah.
six at once, twice within the same. I think it was in the same month, or
Wow.
yeah. But I was able to fill them back up almost instantaneously. You know what I mean? And it's like I credit other people saying I can't do what you're doing, but I love what you're doing, and let me help you. Building relationships, you may not see the benefit immediately, but here it is, like a year later, these people remember us and they say, "Oh, y'all still in it, y'all still doing it, let me help," and they're just pouring into us. So I value that. I build those relationships, I nurture those relationships, you know what I'm saying? So when someone says, "How much is your rent?" I can tell them 850, and I can justify that 850. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nobody questions now, because word of mouth says they're the go-to. Word of mouth says you want to be treated
Yeah.
right, go to Fresh Start Housing. So nobody asks us no questions no more. They come with the check and the money ready and in there. You know what I mean? So when I got there, it happened. I felt like a boss, y'all. The guy came early. He came early, Shay. Like, he a week early, and
Yeah.
then when he called me and said, "Okay, I'm gonna be there. I'll be there at 4:30." Then this dude gonna come 3 hours early. He can show up at 1. So I said, "Oh my God, this room is clean, sterilized, but it ain't a bed in sight." So I'm like, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do?" So I said, "Listen, man, I'm gonna have to get you a bed." So I called my bed guys. I said, "Listen, I'm calling in a favor. I need you to deliver me a twin bed right now."
Right now.
The phone hung up. The van pulled up about 15 minutes later, y'all. Brand new bed.
Wow.
Relationship again.
Wow.
Brand new.
Relationship.
It's all about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and this is somebody, I'm gonna tell you this. This relationship got good because they are of Muslim faith. I came to the shop during their prayer time. I did not know.
Wow.
They were so offended. I apologized and said, "Sir, I didn't know that this was your prayer time, and I'll be mindful of it next time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Next time I come out there, I knew what time it was. I waited outside for like 30 minutes because I knew it." He said, "Why did you wait outside?" I said, "I just wanted to respect your prayer time." So since then, he's been my buddy, my ace since then. So yeah,
Wow.
a whole 2. He's been with us the whole ride. You know what I'm saying?
The whole time, yeah.
So his $160 twin mattresses I get for $99, y'all.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
See,
90.
I know they can't hear my bells, but I'm putting my bells and my horns on right now. I wish y'all could hear it, but
I think
Yeah.
our family
Wow.
in the studio can hear, but I don't think the viewing audience can. So Derek, I'm going to do something, and as a special hoorah for those that have joined us on the social media sites, I am going to bid a good night to all of our people in the Clubhouse Lounge. If you have not gone over to visit us live, as we are in the Forston Consultant studio with all of our moderators, most of us have cameras on, and we are just talking about what we're doing, how we are really positioning ourselves to help those in need by providing safe spaces for them to reside. go ahead and click the link at the top of the room, because as of the next 25 seconds, I am going to say good night to you all in Clubhouse. And it has been an amazing room. If you have not joined us over here on YouTube, make sure you follow the room, follow Derek, myself, Shanye Shave here, and you will get all of the information that you need to join us as we go live on these alternate platforms to get the word out to the multitudes of how they can help assist people out of homelessness to a place of great housing and safe housing. So again, to our to our Clubhouse people, don't wait to be great. Continue to follow us on all social media platforms. That is Forston Consultants on Facebook, YouTube, and Derek Forston on Facebook, as well as Shanye Shea Forston on Facebook and on this beautiful YouTube app. And we look forward to seeing you in the same place, same time, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. So we hope you've enjoyed it.
This is for Clubhouse, y'all, not y'all. Y'all stay right here.
So the after party is still going down in YouTube. So Clubhouse, don't wait to be great. Have a great night. And we bid you adieu. This room is ending in 5, 4, 3.
Again, YouTube, you guys stay right here.
YouTube, stay close.
I don't know if I like that because it sounds like she's telling everybody to go. So I don't think we'll do that again. But anyway, we got some more questions and I want to ramble them off because I still want to give you guys a little bit of that PowerPoint. There's still a lot of people on YouTube and Facebook. Big shout out to Mr. Leon. I think he asked almost the same question that we answered earlier. Yeah. But I love questions, so I just still give it to you real fast. This will also be on our YouTube channel and Facebook. This is recorded live. But he says, what would you say are the first 3 steps of getting started? And literally, I kind of said it earlier, but I'll give it again really fast. The first step, Mr. Leon, is watching an absolutely free webinar that we have that breaks down everything in terms of what this is. Your step number 2 is setting up a strategy call, literally with me this week, hopefully, right? Yeah. This is a short week. Obviously, I know it's Thanksgiving. So my team, my entire team, including my VAs, will all be off Thursday, but business as usual Wednesday and Friday. Okay. But Leon, watch that webinar. And Alex, if you could do me a favor, Alex is my VA, right? He's going to make sure you get this information. And also, I'm going to give another thing because we put the text in the chat, but I'm going to give you guys 2 ways to get that strategy call. But again, first step, watch the webinar. Second step, strategy call. Third step, take advantage of this crazy holiday sale that we're doing. Our ILF Mastery Blueprint, which is what gets you started, and the hand-holding product, it's usually $15,000, guys, and it's worth every penny. In fact, it flies off the shelf, right? But for this birthday month, it's only $4,700. So that's the cheat code, right? And also, my team will send you everything that's involved in that package, including the virtual assistant, my accountant, all of the ebooks and the curriculum that we've ever created for that. And of course, the one-on-one coaching where I'm in your back pocket, where you're not scratching your head about anything, but we're holding your hand through the entire process.
Can you give me those 3 steps again?
Absolutely. First step, watch the free webinar. It's absolutely free. My team will put it in the chat. It can also be found at forstonconsultants.com. Step number 2 is setting up a strategy call. I mean, literally, as soon as you get done watching it, you can call my assistant, Jess, at 407-813-2640 and say, Jess, I just watched that amazing webinar and I want to meet with Derek. Jess is my other VA who will actually put you on my schedule so that you and I can talk about what you just saw and how can we get you started. And anybody that starts in the month of November, we are waiving $10,300 on that package. Right? Because again, it's normally 15 grand, but you guys get everything for only $4,700. And Leon, there's a lot of people that's also partnering with other people. So we allow 2 people to actually go in together. So Leon, let's just say you live in Baltimore, Maryland, and Jovetta lives in New Orleans. You guys can actually go in and get this package together. And I still teach both of y'all according to where you live, but your teaching will be together and you'll use each other as accountability partners. But I still cater your teaching to where you live at. Okay. So a lot of people are doing that now. Okay.
Step 3.
And then step 3 was to step 1 was webinar. Step 2 was strategy call. Step 3 was take advantage of that sale of the $4,700. and become a member of the ILF Mastery Blueprint, and let us hold your hand through the entire process. Those are the first 3 steps. Okay. And also, Leon, we're here 3 days a week live for free. That's why a lot of people love us, because regardless whether you buy anything from us or not, God told me, Derek, if I make this work for you, you got to go teach it to everybody else. So that's a promise that I've always kind of kept, right? I said, God, if you give it to me, because Leon, if you've never heard my story, I watch a lady make 41 grand a month doing this, but she was housing people with rats and roaches in it. And I said, God, we got to change this. So when I got into it, I just began to, you know what? We're going to do it the right way, and we're going to teach it to people. This lady, Leon, she would never teach it to me. She didn't want to show me what it was. But when I got it, I said, man, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to be a crab in the bucket, and I'm going to show other people how to do it.
Absolutely.
So when I started, it was one me, one house. But today, there's over 275 ILFs throughout 24 different states. And Leon, you can be next. Because every time somebody joins us, they become a part of this family, right? And we just keep adding to the number. Leon, I only have 10, Leon. But when you come to the family and you get yours, we just keep adding to that number. And that's how we got to over 275 in 24 different states, with Chicago, Illinois has been the last state, city and state. What was another question? Oh, what? Probably 2 more questions, and I want to jump to because I want to kind of run through the PowerPoint. I don't want to keep you guys all night, but YouTube is still growing. So, Shay, let's take 2 more questions. I got one right here, and then we'll go to the PowerPoint.
I just wanted to give Bedtime Mom an appreciation that we appreciate you just as much as you appreciate us. So thank you. And again, you are very welcome here. This
Absolutely.
is a space where we appreciate everyone.
Let's get on a phone call this week. I would love if y'all would flood my calendar this week, not Thursday, but flood my calendar tomorrow, the next, you know what I mean? I'm wide open, right? So you guys let me know.
Not tomorrow, though.
One more question that just came in. It's actually more of a comment. And I'm gonna actually probably play this recording tomorrow. But I want to give you all a listen to what it sounds like when an insurance company calls you and they want to pay for somebody.
Yeah.
Literally, I got a call from Humana Insurance. Watch this, D. Humana Insurance. So if any of you guys got a client and they got Humana actually pay their rent. Now, we'll talk about how long and all how that works. But I literally got a client literally 2 days ago, right? Kind of ran into a little bit of a pickle. He was nervous about how he was going to pay his rent. He called Humana. They called me and pretty much said, hey, man, Mr. Derek, my name is so-and-so, and I'm the person that writes checks. My member, Carlos Jones, he needs housing. And I heard you the guy that's going to do it.
Yeah.
And all I do is cut checks, Derek. I have nothing to do with this and this and this. You tell me how much I cut the check or I do the credit card payment. I was like, wow.
And Carlos Jones is a fictitious name.
Yeah, that's fictitious. I'm not going to give y'all his real name.
I'm just.
But y'all, I was shocked.
So.
In terms of the way she explained her role. She said, Derek, I don't do this. I don't do this. I don't do. She said, I pay rent. When they call me, I just want your name and not Derek Forston, but Second Chance Housing. Guess what she would have told me if I told her when she said, hey, Derek, who I make the check out to?
Derek Forston.
If I would have said Derek Forston, she said, sir, I'm so sorry. We don't do that. We can't cut no check to you, Derek. What's your entity? What's your business? What's your housing program's name? Mm-hmm. Oh, Second Chance Housing. That's why the first step into doing all of this, once you've done the strategy call and the webinar, Leon, is turn yourself into a business.
Yeah.
So, Leon, when I say turn yourself into a business, that means I take Leon P and I turn it into P Enterprise or LP Enterprise, LP Solutions, LP Consultants. Remove Leon from the whole scenario and you turn yourself into a business because nobody's going to ever cut a check to you, Leon. They're going to cut it to the business that you created. Leon, if you still here, that makes sense. Put a yes in the chat, Leon, if that makes sense to you. And then the number that I just put into the chat is Jess's number, Jess. That's my assistant. My team's got a bunch of ways for you guys to get this call. It's all kind of text numbers and all of that stuff. But I'll let Shay do that. And Shay, I think we said one more question, then I'm gonna go to that HRA really fast to show people how we house the homeless or displaced without any property. Okay.
So you can actually go to the HRA because I think we're
let's do it.
Questions. Give me a second here.
So I'm going to do a quick room reset as Shay does that. Guys, thank y'all so much for being part of the live podcast. Don't wait to be great. We are live every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. And we're doing that, guys, at 6 p.m. Eastern. So regardless of where you live at, for the last 3 years, guys, we've been live. But we're now live on YouTube and Facebook. And that's every Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Then every Saturday, right now at 9:45 a.m. Eastern. But we're thinking about changing Saturday's room to 10 o'clock on the dot and give y'all 15 more minutes in the bed, okay? So if you're in this room and you just came, or if you're new to us, we teach people how to take a piece of real estate and take people from homeless to hopeful without needing real estate. You just need the relationship. So this part of the presentation, guys, I call this the HRA, which stands for Housing Referral Agency. Now, let me move this thing from my perfect. So this is where we show you guys again, and this is why I love this platform, because I can also talk and still show you what I'm talking about. So the title right here says how to start a housing referral agency for displaced adults. And I'm gonna run through this probably faster than I've ever done it, but I just want to give y'all the idea. And then once we're done, y'all tell me if y'all want more of this, because we also show you how to do this, but using a virtual assistant. And that's called our HRA BIB. So HRA Business in a Box. But what is a housing referral agency, right? That's someone who acts on behalf of a person who needs housing. Very simple, right? You're the go-to person or the agency for social workers and case managers. I tell you guys all the time where you're going to get these clients from, right? Social workers, case managers, and social service providers, regular hospitals, and through the advertisement of your housing program, okay? So I don't care if I get a call from a social worker or the guy saw my flyer in Walmart behind the ice cream. Guys, I put a lot of flyers out in Walmart and Publix and in the public. I'll go to Walmart, y'all, and everybody car in the parking lot to get my flyer. I do crazy stuff like that. Most of y'all won't do that, right? It's called effort and trying to make this thing work. So going to a parking lot that has 500 cars, 250 of those cars should have your flyer. You never know. 5 of those people got a mom or a dad or a brother that might need somewhere to live. And you could be the HRA. You can be the liaison between that, right? So you're also, again, known as the solution for shared housing. That's what an HRA is, guys. You're the middleman to housing. You're the solution for housing. You're the go-to person for case managers and social workers. Does that make sense, everybody? Put a yes in the chat if you're on YouTube, if that makes sense. Type in the word yes on Facebook and YouTube if that makes sense, that you can house the homeless or the displaced, make a referral fee, and make an impact in your community, and you don't need the housing. Okay? The second part of this is, why would you want to become a housing referral agency? Like, why would you want to do this? Who is this good for? This is good for people that desire to house the homeless or the displaced, but maybe you don't have the property, but you still desire to help. Maybe you have an ILF, but you're full to capacity. You're like Dornico right now. Dornico just put his last client in his men's facility. He's full. So what does Dornico do now when the phone keeps ringing for placement? He becomes an HRA, guys. So when he makes that referral, now most of y'all charge $300 per referral. And that's what I recommend, but somewhere from $100 to $300 per referral. And I give you guys the story all the time about the 2 older ladies that do this with us. They make anywhere from $300 to $900 a week simply just by referring people out for housing. That's why we think the HRA is so genius, guys, because you can still make an impact and an income, and you don't need the property. You need to know people like Dornico, people like Nianta, people like Tiffany and myself, people like Shay, people like Janine. That's how this works, you all. You just simply becoming a housing referral agency. And then the other reason why you want to become is because provide a much needed housing solution. That's it, right? So you either full at capacity, you can't take anybody else, or you have a desire to house people, but you don't have a house, but you still want to help. Those are the reasons why. Now, what is a virtual assistant? Because this is where we do talk about the VAs. I forgot about this. So right now, also during this sale, guys, our VAs are only $197. And the normal price is $697. But even with the HRA Business in a Box, where we give you the VA, we give you the curriculum and the SOPs and the email templates of what you're saying to case managers and social workers, and the phone script of what your VA will be saying to people by the phone, we give you all of that. And a virtual assistant is the key to making the HRA Business in a Box work. A VA is a remote worker. They're going to handle your phone management, your social media, your email marketing and responding, building the relationships in the community. Remember, one of the things that I teach you all how to do is how to build relationships within the community with these social workers, with the case managers. But what if I told you I was going to give you a virtual assistant that does this for $4 an hour? That's the cheat code, guys. Setting up appointments with social workers and case managers and commissioners, different people that may be in the community. That's what the VA is going to do for you, guys. And then what is your title as you're doing this? You're a housing specialist, or you're a housing referral agency or agent. Agency just means, Derek, you know what? I'm going to make this bigger. It's going to be bigger than me. So again, your title is a housing specialist or a housing referral agency. And to get started, as I always say, right, you got to turn yourself into a business. That's the first step. So create the LLC, create the business. And I'm not in the business of telling you which one to get, right? LLC, nonprofit, that's kind of what Lynette does. You also got to create a logo and a website. But if you don't know how to do that, let our team know, because our digital marketing company can do that for you. Our websites are also on sale right now. So because of our virtual assistants that we have, I have a digital marketing team, guys. And my VAs run that for us. So if you need logos, websites, funnel systems within your business, anything that you need to get your business up and running, Digital Flow Solutions can help you with that. So that's our marketing company. So you need a website, guys. We're in 2023 and we're going into 24. You'd be crazy not to have a website presence. Everybody needs a logo so that when people see it, they know who you are and what you do. And you got to turn yourself into a business, right? And then these are just a few of the tools that you're going to need eventually when you do get the VA, right? And we can talk about that on another day. But this is simply kind of, again, what you need is a phone system. We like to use Ring Central. Some people like Grasshopper. You need a way to text people, but guess what? Digital Flow Solutions also has this stuff. So our digital marketing team, we can give you your own CRM system, your own phone system, your own text messaging system, right? And the way that you're going to promote this business is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, YouTube, and it's posts just like this, telling people that you are a housing provider and you provide housing. And remember, you don't have the house, but you have the relationship. So again, guys, I'm just kind of breathing across this real quick. But all of the information that I'm talking about tonight is on our YouTube channel. It's on Instagram. It's on Facebook. Because our YouTube channel, guys, is kind of like a mini college. A lot of information on how we do this from the HRA standpoint, as well as doing it yourself. So I look forward to continue to do this with you all. And last but not least, the very last thing is how I tell people to kind of how to get the word out. Join some Facebook groups, homelessness groups, social work groups, case management groups, anything to do with housing. I gave the example a couple of weeks ago how we taught this to a lady, and she says, Derek, this is genius. This HRA model, especially when you guys give us the VA. She says, Derek, now I join Facebook groups of real estate investors that just buy property, and now I pitch to them the ILF game, but tell them that I'm going to fill their house with military veterans or teenagers aging from the foster care system or elderly adults, right? And these people now pay by the bed, whereas the guy that they found on Facebook, he's used to charging the family and getting one rent. The HRA, they're teaching them how they can collect several rents in that one house. So it's a no-brainer to teach other real estate investors this and be the HRA for them, okay? There's also things that are on Craigslist and Facebook, the people that rent rooms for rent. You can also pitch this idea to them and fill their beds. And the post sounds like this. And it's the last thing we'll go. If you did a Facebook or Instagram post, it can sound just like this. Are you a person that rents by the room? Are you somebody that provides housing, but you have empty beds right now? Give us a call, DM me, call me, Instagram me, and let's talk about how we can fill your empty beds. That's literally, guys, what Janine does all day long for other people. In fact, if Janine is still here, I would love for Janine to come on right before we close, to maybe talk about her last one that she did. Where does she live? Where did she refer the person? Jay, are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Just real quick, break down again, what is an HRA and how do you do it? Where do you live at, Janine? And who are you HRAing to and where do they live?
Well, I am currently in California as a housing referral agent. The last person that, so I'm in California. The last person I placed was in Dayton, Ohio, through the Salvation Army. And that was just from reaching out to different organizations, hospitals, mental institutions, other transitional homes as well. And so that's how I was able to place the last person in Dayton, Ohio, in Fresh Start Housing. So,
I love it. I
yeah.
love it. And that's the example, guys. So one more time, I'm telling you guys, man, like that's how powerful, because Janine's dream, y'all, is to get a house. She wants an ILF, but right now she's using the HRA as a stepping stone until she gets the house. So anybody that says, Derek, I want to do this, but Derek, I can't buy a house. Derek, I can't rent a house either. Be an HRA. And right now during the crazy sale, the HRA, guys, business in a box is only $597, down from that $1,997. So even for $2,000, it's a no-brainer because we give you the curriculum, we give you the ebook, we give you the course, we put you in a VIP community, and we give you a complimentary virtual assistant that does all the work for you. And what's so crazy? Our VAs by itself is $697, but this sale, the whole HRA business in a box, everything together, is only $597. So if you're interested in that, definitely also let my team know. Because again, guys, we think it's a no-brainer. The VA is going to eventually do all the work for you. Now, yes, y'all will do it together, but eventually, guys, my VA runs my program. I don't run second chance housing anymore the way I used to. Jess runs that program. Jess does the referrals. My VAs do the social media. My VAs do all the cold calling, the emailing, the sourcing the tenants for us. So that's why it's called the business in a box, guys, because everything is involved with it. And as you heard, Janine does this from California, referring people in Dayton, Ohio. That's crazy. So again, the HRA, guys, is the stepping stones to being your own ILF operator. So that's it for me in terms of that PowerPoint. Thank y'all so much for allowing me to do that, because I'm excited now, because every week I'll probably have a PowerPoint now, no matter what we talk about, because the visual of it, sometimes people just learn better and faster when they got the actual visual of it. So I think I'm done. I'm gonna let Shay do a few announcements. I think there's some things that my team want to get to you all. There were several people that expressed interest in moving forward, so we just want to make sure that we have answered all questions and that we give out all the announcements, and then we can begin to shut it down.
Absolutely. So I hope you all have enjoyed this amazing live session. We are excited to be able to provide you this information and show you the opportunities that are out there. As we are in some times where people are looking for assistance in housing and finding places, safe and affordable places to reside. At Forston Consultants, we are a team of consultants and housing providers that provide safe, affordable living accommodations for those that would otherwise be kind of, swept under the rug or overlooked. So again, if this is something that has interested you and you've enjoyed this conversation, and you want to schedule a strategy call, I want you to text the words, I want, hey, what happened? I want strategy call to the phone number 407-813-1335. So again, you want to text, I want strategy call to that number. It's in the chat. And we look forward to scheduling some time to sit down and talk to you about what we do, how we can help to assist you on this journey to becoming an ILF provider. Again, join the family. You see, we've got the family here with us, missing quite a few members, but again, it's great to be able to share this, the studio with my family, the business maven, Dornico, Tiffany, Janine, and everybody else that has come through tonight to just share the experience. Nianta, I just brought you back up. But Derek, let's have everyone do outros really briefly, Just share what's on your heart, and let's shut it down for the night. Let's start with ladies first. Let's go, Tiffany.
Okay, I'm sorry. My name is Tiffany Walker, and me and my family own and operate Good Samaritan Solutions in Oklahoma City. We have 2 ILFs. We're also real estate investors, and I'm a realtor in the area as well. Excited about all the good things that have been going on for Good Samaritan Solutions, and it sounds like everybody in the ILF family is doing well, and I'm just excited. Every time somebody has a praise report, I'm over here shouting and clapping my hands, praising God for all the wonderful things that he's doing across all of these, 24 states now, 270 homes. It's time, you guys. We are good. God has got us in his palm of his hand, and he is ready for us to step up and take charge and definitely house his people in a dignified way that is pleasing to him. So super excited about it. Thank you guys for having us, and we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Good stuff.
Let's go to Nianta down in West. No, not West.
Miami
South
Gardens.
Orlando. No, South Orlando. You hear me? I'm sleepy. That's what's going on, y'all. Nianta, go ahead and do your outro, sis. Nianta, are you there? I see you unmuted.
Happy Thanksgiving to you all as well. I just saw that as well. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. So go ahead, sis. Do your outro. Let everybody know how, again, who you are, and just give them some final words of encouragement.
You're muted, sis.
We can't hear you. Hold on. It might be your audio disconnected.
Oh, somebody's showing the baby. That's Donico.
Oh my goodness. That's November Rain.
That's the avatar right there.
That's it. That is it.
Beautiful.
So gorgeous.
November Rain, everybody.
Nianta,
Wow.
I don't know what.
Let's go to Dornico real quick then and do his outro with that picture, and we'll come back to Nianta.
Yeah, go ahead, Dornico, and then we'll come back.
Okay, yeah, I'm overwhelmed. I'm very, very pleased, very happy. I pretty much feel that it's necessary to cover each other in this, because the more good we do for God, the more the enemy don't want that. And I'm so there's a scripture, I have to look that up, about how we're gonna feel when we discover that was the person that gave us all that hell. This little thing, he's minuscule, he's nothing.
Yep.
I stand bold on the word, and we have to do that, but collectively covering each other, praying for one another, being there, answering the calls. Sometimes somebody just needs you to listen to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't all a cakewalk. There's some hard days in this. You know what I'm saying? And I find it to be more valuable than anything else, that I can reach out and somebody's there to minister to me. You know what I'm saying? So that means so much more to me than any monetary gain at all. So be encouraged. Basically what I'm saying during this Thanksgiving holiday. Uplift someone else. Let's think of someone other than ourselves, whether it's family or otherwise. Let's be the church, and let's go out there and reach people, and people that we wouldn't ordinarily talk to, or wouldn't love on. Let's love on some people. Let's be Christ-like. With that being said, transferring over into business, turn up. I'm going all the way extra. I'm turned up. My houses are they turned up. I don't go do walkthroughs no more. I don't need to. I know what they're gonna do. They are me. They carbon me. They do everything that I do, and I sit there and watch on the camera like it's TV. I pop my popcorn, Derek, and I sit there and watch. And they say everything that I say, and I'm like, that's crazy. So I got the best snitches. I'm gonna go ahead and say I got the best. I got people that have integrity. It didn't start out that way. I was like, ooh, what did I get myself into? But now, I mean, it's mindsets. If you do your job correctly, you can change the mindsets of a people that would never even get to that point without you and your yes, Lord. Say yes, Lord. You cannot see what's down the street anyway. Therefore, trust him. Why wouldn't I trust him? It doesn't make any sense to get stuck or find yourself, quote unquote, on a fence. No, trust him and keep it moving and move by the speed of instruction. Doors are going to open for you. Your family will be blessed. You know what I'm saying? Everything you touch will be blessed. So I get frustrated, but in a good way. I go out there. There's no door closed for me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little cocky. I go in there. I believe that he's gonna increase my territory. So okay, why would I shut down the hand of God that's moving on my behalf? No, sir. I go there with boldness, respect, and all of my mama's home training, yes, but I go there bold in the name of the Most High. Amen. I will land with there. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. I'm ready. Me and my secret agent, we about to turn up some more, and we got some more things happening. And I would encourage you guys, reach out. You ain't did nothing else. What have you done scary this year? What risk have you taken this year? Come on, business is risky. And if you're gonna do anything, you gotta take a risk. Some people won't hire you on a job if you don't show that you take risks from time to time. So let's go, let's go out there. But you taking a risk, having the covering of the Lord, thy God, right? It doesn't make sense for believers to be fearful when we have God on our side, okay? And if he is in us, the world that needs him should have us being his ambassadors, going places and speaking to people. Come on, be the church, y'all. Let's go be the church. I
Love
don't
it.
want to pray just because it's Sunday. This is the day I should act right. No, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, I'm telling them devils, get thee behind me, because he need a house and he need a house. Come on, Oprah. He need a bed. Come on, hey, let's do it. We should be excited about what our calling is and what this mission is. You see what I'm saying? This opportunity that you presented me with, bro. Come on, man. You forever changed me, but I can't
Amen.
stop. I can't stop. Somebody else need that opportunity. Somebody else need to benefit from that. These people, the stories I hear, y'all, and I'm a land. I'm sorry, but they sleeping in cars. They sleeping behind dumpsters. They
Yeah.
sleep. Come on, man. Help these people. Come on, y'all. I'm not in y'all area. I will if I have to.
That part.
Hey,
That
sis, they
part.
don't know. I will go, and I will do
Mr.
what I gotta do.
Relentless.
That's it.
I will do what
Relentless.
I love you guys. I'm gonna go hold a baby and have some
So
Well, give her a
fun.
hug for us.
listen,
Hug her
real
extra
quick,
for us.
and
I will
before
do
when
that.
we
Thank
do
you so
end the
much. I love you
stream,
guys.
y'all, we're gonna end the stream, but I want the mods, if you can, Dornico, you don't have to, just to stay back for a quick moment when we end the stream, just really quickly. But go ahead, Janine, and then we'll go to Nianta and let's wrap it up so we can let all these beautiful people go home.
Hi, Janine. Once again, Monarch Solutions. We are a housing referral agency and a soon-to-be ILF owner. I am so grateful to have a community such as you guys. That's the thing I want to stress. It is important to have community around you. You cannot dwell in this alone. So I am happy to be of service, and yeah, I'm out here just trying to help as many people as I can, regardless of what is coming at me. So uh but yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you as well, Janine. We appreciate that. And as a favor, Janine, if you would do this as a favor for me, I would like to see, I would like for other people to see your page and how you do the HRA. So everybody put your social media in the chat. And if you're new to us or you don't know really like know this concept, I want to show you some other people's stuff. So Dornico, put your social media handle, Janine, Nianta, let people know, who you guys are and what you do, even in the chat. Because there's a lot of people that come after and watch this stuff. So I think it'll be pretty cool that they're also able to go and see people that we've taught this to, that you guys are actually doing it. Some of y'all are HRAing, some of y'all are ILFing, and some of y'all are doing both. So everybody put the name of your housing program in the chat and some kind of your social media, if you will. Miss Lynette?
So Dornico always shuts down the room. Like he leaves no room for anybody to come
Yeah, we
behind.
gotta let him start going last, right?
Yeah, he needs to
Don't
go
Right.
let
last.
Mike
Free.
drop thing on us.
He leaves no crumbs. No
He
crumbs left. Okay.
nothing on the table for Jesus. I love it. I love
And
it. I
they're
love it.
eating a banana. How about that?
Okay.
Jeez.
Just really quick.
And getting that potassium in at the same time.
Okay. He getting it in and getting it out.
Relentless, man.
Just really quickly, a couple things I wanted to go back to. There was a question. I think it was Leon's question, Derek, and I think he may have asked about staff. And you said you had no staff, but you do. It's all virtual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make that point. I think that's a
Virtual
great
assistants, right?
point
Yep.
for Leon. That yeah, you do have staff. You got 9 staff members, I think it is now. And then if you actually consider your HRAs, staff. So again, that manual is going to give people a different perspective about staff, what it looks like, and how to maneuver that in
Love
this
that.
business day and age that we're in right now. So that point, and then I wanted to make this point to Dornico and actually also to my client and coach Derek, that sales and discounts should show up in your books. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And then we'll ask for a teaching moment at some point in time during this session, and I'll just have one accounting tidbit that, if you all permit me to, I'd love to share with everybody, even if it's just enough to ask, to cause you to ask a question like, what is she talking about? Just something to throw out, so that everybody can just, grab it, run with it, and ask some more questions about it, because I promise you're going to need it at some point in time. I say get it at the beginning of the game, and then you'll be healthy throughout. So that's it. This was an absolute pleasure. So much joy to see that precious grandbaby. So much joy.
Yeah.
So good night, everybody. Love you guys, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow 6 p.m.
All right, Neonta, it's on you, sis. And then, like I said, we're gonna have a quick debrief with the crew after we end the stream. So go ahead, Neonta.
Well, awesome room tonight. I think Dornico took almost everything I was thinking and said it before I could even get it out. But I believe it was God that he had to go first, because he said some things that kind of made me say, okay, Lord, I hear you. So I'm super excited about that. I'm just amazed. God just amazes me. I like talk. God just completely, continuously amazes me the way he does things. But I will say this, in this ILF walk, it's not going to always be easy. It's not going to always be a walk in the park. However, I do want to encourage you as you walk into this space to stay encouraged. Don't give up. Stay the course. Stay the course and finish the race, because at the end of it, there is blessing. There is hope for those who sometimes have no hope, and you'll find yourself in a blessed place because you were able to be a blessing to somebody else. So I just want to say, stay the course, stick to the plan, and watch God do what God does.
All right, Mr. Forston.
Love it, love it. Miss Shay?
I'm actually
Then I'll shut us down.
I'm good. I want to say thank you. Thank you all for being here. I am excited about this transition, and we hope that many of you will join us as we try to change our communities and those that need us in our communities by really being advocates for those that are being overlooked in the housing market. So again, I yield. That's all I have. I'm good. Derek, is on you.
All right. So I'll leave it like this. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. You guys always know that I say this, right? You guys have a lot of choices and places that you could be, a lot of social media forums that you could be on. And I appreciate that you guys chose to be here, including all of the Clubhouse people, the Facebook folks, and the YouTube folks who you're still hanging around. So thank y'all so much. I really appreciate that. And I'll just leave a little word of encouragement, right? Put God first. Have total faith, right? We had a sermon this past Sunday.
Oh my God.
Well, it was powerful, right? And it talked about total faith, total belief, right? And what God can do. So there was also something that was said in that same sermon that I'm going to take from it. Oftentimes we use that saying, let's not put the cart before the horse. this past week taught me a little bit different. Sometimes we have to put the cart before the horse because that's having faith. So when you put the cart before the horse, that's having total trust and faith in God that he'll do that thing that Donika was telling y'all, right? Yeah. So my word of encouragement this week, guys, let's put the cart before the horse. And that means that we're going to have total faith and dependency on God. So the prayer this week, God, I decrease so that you can increase. Because I want you to run it, God. So I often say, God, you are the CEO of my life, the accountant of my heart, and the bookkeeper of my soul. God, that's your job. My job is to put my hands to the plow and do all of these things that you called me to do. So God, give me the strength, the power, and the understanding to do so. And I'm going to leave it with y'all just like that. This week, guys, let's put the cart before the horse. And I land my plane there. Now unto him that's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask or think, according to his power that worketh in us. Amen. You guys be great. I love y'all. Don't wait to be great. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Back on YouTube, back on Facebook, and back on Clubhouse at 6 p.m. Eastern. But I would love it if you come to YouTube. That's our favorite. See you on YouTube tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. You guys be great. The crew that's here, Shay want to do a quick debriefing. And then the rest of you guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Amen. Amen.
Facebook,
Amen.
YouTube. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.